Pass me that Glock. Got to break the cycle somehow.
Can you do me first?
Might
And
as well.
then you like,
No problem.
thanks.
It's consequence free if I
Redacted.
afterwards.
Yeah, right.
You got to edit that out.
That is truly the back door on getting away with murder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You definitely don't deal with those consequences.
You
I
can do
suppose.
anything if it's the last thing you do.
That's true.
That's very true.
Like that dude who stole the
I
fucking
used-
plane and looped it or
Yeah.
barrel rolled
You
the
need to-
fucking
I used to-
the
I
You need to
747.
have one of
I
those.
used to say you could do anything once.
You need to have one of those kitty cat posters made where the cat's like holding on to
Yeah.
it's fucked if it lets go, and it just means like you can do anything if it's the last thing you do.
That's right.
Like, yeah, we should do our own set of
Motivational posters.
Yeah, we should.
Freedom
D-
Friends motivational posters. That'd be hilarious.
Demotivational posters.
No, there's still
No.
motivation.
No,
No,
we're
yeah.
motivating. Just we don't care about the specifics. We're going after a very niche demographic. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Freedom Friends podcast. I'm Mikey. That's Jazz, John and Scott, and Justin over there behind the fucking camera in the back. We are the Freedom Friends. Welcome to our show. Oh, I don't know why I made that voice.
So I was talking earlier about wrestling intros.
Yeah. You were.
And the reason I want to know is I would love to have
Well, this started because Scott was like, I can't name a single active wrestler that's in like professional wrestling these days.
Yeah, but when was the last time you watched any professional wrestling?
1989.
Yeah. So yeah.
But then
a lot's
through the,
changed.
But through the 90s and early 2000s, it was kind of part of the American zeitgeist. Like whether you followed it or not, like if you saw
just
somebody
kinda
in an NWO t-shirt, you were like, I know what that's from.
Yeah, right.
Like
but
I know
somebody
who
could walk
John
around in
Cena
a modern
is.
wrestler now, and I'd be like,
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck.
Like
that
I
is.
know who John Cena is. I know who The Rock is. Shit like that.
Do
Sure.
they still wrestle?
They do.
I think they
John
do.
Cena's on his farewell tour right now.
Yeah.
I know him and The Rock are going to do
Yes.
WrestlePalooza or whatever. in
That
Pennsylvania.
happened last week, I believe.
And the only reason I know that is that
You know how
my smart TV, I bought a new TV, and now you can't buy a new TV without ads in it.
Yeah.
Like it's
So
I
fucking
hate it.
annoying. God.
So
Every time you pause something and
I-
ad pause, it's like, fuck you.
I turned it on, and my apps are. It's a 75-inch television. My app button is this big, but the ad that chewed up 90% of my fucking screen
Yeah.
was for that WrestlePalooza, and I just saw that it said like Cena and The Rock, and I was like,
so
aren't they actors now?
does The Rock post anything about his wrestling career on his socials?
Not right now because he just released that new movie. But he doesn't wrestle anymore. He is essentially like,
But he's an
he's a
ambassador
puppet.
for the sport
yeah, he's a puppet man. He goes in the ring, grabs the mic, talks his shit.
because he
Like-
does
Okay.
love.
Well,
Can
then
you-
I-
Oh,
He loves the sport.
Yes.
Then I still don't know a wrestler.
Brock Lesnar is back in the ring.
Mm.
He just wrestled Cena.
Oh, that is-
And Jesus Christ, I thought he was big when he was in the.
I know him.
Wait,
Probably,
you just said Brock Lesnar wrestled John Cena.
Yep.
both of which aren't active wrestlers.
So there's two 55-year-olds in a ring.
Yeah.
They
This
did
is-
in ratings.
This is like when the YouTuber boxes a retired boxer. Right? It's like, so there's no boxers.
Hey,
in
I
there.
put money on
like
that
this
one.
is
Brock Lesnar was throwing around Cena like he was back in his prime. That
Well,
was fucking wild.
Brock never got out of shape.
Yeah.
Like Brock, because when he took his sabbatical from wrestling, it was to fight in the UFC.
Yeah.
well, he was a UFC fighter that went to wrestling and then went.
Jesus
fucking monster.
Christ, look at that guy.
Guys, it wouldn't be the Freedom Friends if we didn't talk about our number one sponsor, Warfighter Tobacco. Obviously, you guys have seen us all smoke them. We're here to talk about a quality product that everybody can enjoy. The great equalizer, as we've called it, the Warfighter Tobacco Stick. And it's not just cigars. They've got humidors, travel humidors, cutters, lighters, everything you need to get started on that journey. Check out warfightertobacco.com and use that code FTFO. Score yourself that sweet, sweet 15%. If you want to know my personal favorite, I'm a 762 Field guy. I like that Sumatra, real nice and even keeled cigar. Great for us beginner smokers, right? And I'm told that these taste even better when you're listening to the Freedom Friends podcast. Now, back to the show. This episode is brought to you by Grill Your Ass Off. It's no secret. We're all middle-aged dudes who love barbecue. Grill Your Ass Off is our main go-to for our spices. That's what we use, man. Whether you're doing burgers on the grill, steaks, or my personal favorite, a little bit of pork belly burn ends, right? They've got you covered on all of that. They also have salsas. They also have seasonings and spices. They got beer salts. They've got everything, man. Check them out. GrillYourAssOff.com/Freedom Friends Podcast, or use the code Freedom Friends Podcast at checkout.
Yeah,
I'm glad he kind of changed the tattoo.
It's still awful.
It's so bad. Have you? Dude, how about his daughter?
How
Dude,
long are
his
that man's nipples?
dude, his wife's genetics didn't even try.
It's really
Like,
cold.
fucking look up his daughter. It's so
Those
funny.
are wrestlers.
Yeah, these are all the current wrestlers.
I think I would recognize Axiom if I saw him, but not by name. Just that he was a wrestler.
I bet you there's still a Rey Mysterio somewhere.
See, I would have called
Uh,
Nacho Libre. But
This is his kid, Dominique Mysterio.
Fucking A.
Yep.
Is whose kid?
Oh, Cody Rhodes.
Rey Mysterio.
I mean, Cody Rhodes is still. CM Punk still wrestling.
Okay, so I missed the Rey Mysterio part because you said like
hold on.
you were talking about Brock Lesnar's kids, and you were like, "This is his kid," and I was
Oh.
like,
No, sorry.
Hold on.
I was like-
Scroll down. These are alphabetical order. What in the entire fuck?
Yeah.
Holy
"I don't know."
There's
fuck.
like 400
But I just became a
wrestlers?
fan of El Grande Americano. What the fuck? That was
Now put your mask back on.
that was not the same dude.
Okay, y'all saw me
It
click
is.
that.
No,
Holy
it is.
fuck! It is. Did they inflate him before the match?
He's from West Germany.
No, what? This dude. I don't.
Huh.
I remember.
How is he El Grande Americano? Is that a large coffee? Is that what they're talking about?
He's
Yeah.
220 pounds.
That guy's
Not even that
220
grown.
At
pounds.
6'3".
He's 6'3",
It's
220.
not very grande.
He's in shape.
I mean, yeah,
He's in
Not
shape.
compared to the rest of the fucking.
we just had
wrestlers.
Brock Lesnar up on the
He's
screen.
pretty skinny.
Do you remember?
No, he's a big coffee.
that? Okay,
It's a very large coffee.
El Grande Americano.
Only since June, apparently, he
El,
became
El Grande
the large
Americano
coffee.
versus the Undertaker. Who's gonna fucking win?
Undertaker.
He went from Ludwig Kaiser
Also-
to El Grande
also,
Americano.
Same question, but you're at one of those drive-through coffee places. Are you getting the Grande Americano or the Undertaker?
The Undertaker.
Every time it fucking wins.
All day, dude.
Oh, Jesse Ventura. I know him.
Booker T.
Keep going down.
Is it? He's super. Wow.
No way, Jesse Ventura
Yeah,
is
right.
still in the ring.
Well, I
All
don't know.
right, this is
Pictures.
what are the
Oh, he's an announcer.
He's an
an
announcer.
announcer. Okay.
There's the microphone.
They've got little things like
He's
for
a
who's the
former
belt holders and
governor.
stuff like that. I'm not gonna lie.
Jesse Ventura.
I like wrestling. I should get back into it. I like watching wrestling. It's just soap operas for men.
100%.
Yeah, but I don't-
participating or watching.
Oh,
Because
I
you
know-
done both.
The way you
I know
said
Logan
it.
Paul.
Logan Paul's in there.
All right,
Yep.
all right.
Fuck him. He
Well,
doesn't.
he actually does wrestle it for Raw and shit now. Like,
Yeah.
like he's not. That's not his brother that fights.
Look at
fucking
that
old
head.
retired
You know what?
guys.
If you go under females, Ronda Rousey should be on there. Under women.
I thought for sure teams.
I thought it did too.
Oh, you know what? Scroll slower. I'm fucking enjoying it because I will give wrestling fucking one thing.
Oh, now when they shifted,
They always have hot
That's a
bitches, dude.
male-dominated audience.
back in the early 2000s,
Go back
when they
up.
shifted
Top
over
row.
to make
Tr-
all the bombshells.
Trish Stratus.
Top row.
Yeah.
I have definitely fucking popped off to that one a few times. Oh, there you go, Justin.
Our-
Bailey Humphrey.
oh.
That's you.
Fuck you.
Is this where all the Suicide Girls went?
Maybe. That one, Candice LeRae.
Okay, hold on. Let's just
That
go
one
through here and
definitely.
see who would have qualified as a Superside. Alba Fire, Alexa Bliss, Asuka,
Mm-hmm.
Ava,
Mm-hmm.
B-Fab,
Yep.
Becky Lynch,
Oh, yeah.
Candice LeRae.
Becky Lynch kind of looks like a dude. Hint of an Adam's apple there. Blake Monroe would get it.
Gila, Hayes Jameson,
Ooh,
JC Jane.
JC Jane. for
This is where
sure.
all of the Suicide Girls went.
Carmen Petrovic.
I think you're naming Suicide Girls and Mikey's just naming the ones he'd fuck.
Yeah.
No, it's just the ones you
Liv
got.
Morgan. No, that's all of them, dude. Except for that fucking bucket of yuck up at the top.
Kendall Gray looks like she plays in the WNBA. Bottom row, left hand side.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
she
looks
does.
like a
It looks like a
fucking-
WNBA photo.
like a media day headshot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Kendall Gray, Oklahoma State.
Power forward.
Oh fuck. Got some more.
Piper
Oh.
Niven.
Look at old Nikki Cross over there. Ooh.
Nikita Lyons. That's a
Jesus.
skank.
Rhea
I
Ripley
guess-
looks like you're gonna have child
I
support.
guess Ronda Rousey's not on there.
Well, Rhea Ripley is a fucking.
Mysterio's
She's
ex-girlfriend.
yeah, she's so fucking hot, dude.
She's
She's the one with the ass, right?
yeah, and she's the one that's on the documentary.
You know, I remember when wrestling was like
Jesus.
the WWE. What's that website?
Oh, whoa.
The what?
What's the website?
What the? Hmm.
The SmackDown Hotel.
.com.
That looks like a website that you only visit in private browsing.
Yeah, are we in incognito mode right now, or
Wow.
huh?
Wrestling's cool. But anyways, I brought that up because we like.
Yeah.
I would love to have a wrestling intro, like a bit for the show. No, or like the whole like, when fucking Legion of Doom or the Road Warriors and any of those guys would do their fucking media spot, and they were all just like, "There's boys, there's men, and there's monsters." It's like, I just want one of those. Like,
So the
Oh,
WWE.
yeah, we're gonna go in there. We're gonna go fucking hard.
So they recently released a show called WWE Unreal, which essentially is like a peek behind the curtain. I haven't watched any of it, but it's like the first time
I
they've-
saw a clip of it, and it was actually talking. There was a title match,
Put
and
that
a
in.
dude was in the back bleeding, like sitting,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Dude, I missed the cue. And when I took you off the top rope, I don't think I was cupping your neck properly. Did I bounce your dome off the mat?" And he was like, "Yeah." When I like popped up and then fell over, that was that one. I didn't have to act much on that one, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
yeah.
Can confirm because when I did that fucking luchador thing, I missed one of my cues, and I
That's true.
fucking rocked
You're-
this dude right in the fucking chest.
You
I
are
was
the
not supposed to.
You are the only person in this room that has
I have been in the ring. Yeah,
been an
I have-
official fucking
I
pro
have-
wrestler.
I have
Did you
been.
paid for that?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah,
think
you're a
so.
pro. That makes you a pro wrestler.
Well, it was in South Texas, so I think you were paid with tacos. So
I got the match.
Hey, payment's payment.
payment's payment, bro.
Yeah.
Legal
Well,
tender is tender.
I
Close.
totally agree.
Closest I've been is a trampoline at about 10 years old.
Fucking A, dude.
By the way, it's
With
a
my
lot
re-
like that.
With my wrestling buddy.
Yeah.
Just fucking
It is running around on that ring surface is weird.
yeah, because it's
It is
it's
springy.
plywood. It's plywood that's springy.
Well,
It's odd.
they don't put all the support underneath it, so it allows it to like fucking flex. And I had to go to practice and shit, and
I
We
do
like-
know they put microphones underneath it.
so I was in. Well, and then there's like the whole like when you fucking hit people. If you watch real closely, you'll see them like slap their thighs and stuff to make everything
Or
sound
stomp on the
louder and
ground.
everything. And they'll stomp when they do it and all this stuff. And I went to practice and we ran my routine like over and over and over again. And then I got there that night and it was supposed to be like 3 circuits off the rope. And I only did like 2. And the dude he was supposed to like duck or something, or I was supposed to duck and I didn't. And I just like fucking elbowed this dude like full forearm right in his fucking chest and just like, and he took it and that's when you fall, you lift your chin and then you fall and you put your arms out and you slap the mat when you hit. So it's louder when you hit.
Yeah.
And he's a pro and he knew I was fucking there for the one night. So he let me make the fuck up. And then, but I got fucking suplexed during that fight and that shit'll, woo. You hit your feet first. So like when
Yeah.
they do it, they cup your neck and then they roll you and you hit your feet first. So it's feet, ass. And then their body protects your neck. And
It's a PLF.
it's a bad PLF.
Yeah.
And it's a blast. It's an absolute, and I got to go be a heel and shit, which was cool.
Oh yeah.
This is from that night. I don't think any of these clips have jazz in it, but
That's definitely not jazz. Those were,
what gave it away?
maybe the 300 pounds between fucking half of
Oh,
them.
you did it in slow mo?
Yeah.
I mean, how else do you want to watch that?
Those guys were so nice.
That could be jazz.
I fought that guy. The guy in the red.
Yeah.
I fought him. He did 2 matches. I know that guy too. His name's Demetrius. We're still friends. The big dude.
Yeah.
He goes by Omega.
Omega.
I think he changed his name now, but his name's Demetrius. But right there, you see his big fucking symbols on his legs.
Yeah.
He's part of the Texas Pro Circuit now or something.
Yeah, I bet you he knows my brother.
And
Yeah.
he's one of the nicest dudes I've ever fucking met. Yeah, that shit was wild. Whoa!
They're fucking limber for their size, that's for sure.
It's a lot of practice. And it was cool. And then afterwards, I got invited to go to the bar with all the wrestlers, which was a cool fucking experience. Like, it was a cool night.
That's when I would excel.
One thing that that was always very interesting to me was have you ever shook a wrestler's hand, a pro wrestler's hand? I don't know. They don't do firm handshakes. They do this really little soft, and it's a respect thing. They shake hands like this. They're like, "Hey, man,"
Yeah.
Like it's real soft and dainty. The giant motherfuckers be like, "Hey, what's up, brother?" And it's like a, "Hey, man," it's made to be like a mutual respect thing. Like, we're not working right now. We're cool type of thing.
Yeah, it's not to say you can overpower the grip or any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's not like a "What's up, bro?" It's like,
I
"Hey, dude."
thought they gave you random beer cans across the head when they're just
On TV, they do. Yeah, but when you actually meet a guy, they shake like the dead fish handshake. It's weird.
You think it's individual or is that like protocol?
It's very protocol. It's a real thing. Look up the wrestler's handshake.
Oh,
It's pretty neat. There's some of the most there's some of the most welcoming people I've ever fucking met. Like the fact that I got in the ring one fucking time, and they were all like, so like, I'm supposed to leave. I was supposed to leave the ring, and like I went in the back and stuff, and afterwards, and I was like, all right, I don't know where to go, and they're like, you hang out with us now. Like there's food, there's beer, like you just hang out with us, and then when we're all done, we'll all leave together and we'll go to the bar and hang out. And I had met these dudes like 30 seconds before because I'd only practiced.
I would do that.
It's like skydivers, bro. Oh, you jump with me? We're family now. It's like,
because the only ones I practiced with were the guys that were my match.
Yeah.
And then I met the other dudes when I got there, and they were cool as shit. And then Justin recorded. We probably have it somewhere.
Why were you in the ring? What was the occasion?
I got invited. One of our clients' dad owned that wrestling circuit. And so I was talking to him about it, and I was like, and I jokingly went, hey, what do I got to do to get one of the fucking luchador?
I know exactly how this went.
I said, how do I get one of the lucha masks?
You gotta get in the ring.
And he was like, come wrestle and I'll give you a mask. And I was like, fucking done. He was like, okay, cool. Come practice. And this was like a Tuesday. I had to practice on Thursday and then like wrestle Friday night. Like it's like no prep, but it was fucking cool. Like,
nice.
But yes, I'm
proud of you for going through it.
I have wrestled and
Getting into it.
It's cool.
So this is on the WWE's website. It looked like you were gripping them really hard, but it was very loose, which showed that you were one of the boys, the former WWE championship said. Over time, though wrestlers began a game of
Give the
one-upmanship.
loosest handshake.
See who could give the loosest
Just coming at him, just
Yeah. Very
I
limp,
like that.
limp fish handshakes, which is not how it's actually intended. Yeah.
I think that's funny.
Makes
Yeah.
sense though.
that's a game that would be hilarious to get into. Like it has to look like a handshake, but just how not in it can you be? Just not like just your hit, but you have to like.
But you got to purposely like pair it with the dudes that are like, oh, you got to have a firm handshake to be a man, you know? Like get into that scene, but be the
Well, it's always funny because you'll have like a fucking 6'5" goddamn monster who will eat your soul for breakfast. And it's just like, he's like, hey, bro.
Yeah.
Just all floppy and shit. You're like,
have you ever had somebody shake your hand that was like, where it was like super aggressive?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the biggest little dick
I like
energy move.
I'm trying to think.
I admire
who
a firm
and when it
handshake, but
was.
the guys that
Everybody at SHOT Show.
come in,
You ever never seen the SHOT Show handshake? It's always like this. They dig their fucking finger up here for some reason. What's up, brother? Hey, brother. Ugh. It's like, bro, fucking chill, dude. Like, I got carpal tunnel, bitch. I'm in my 40s.
I also like a firm handshake I can respect and shit. The one I don't like is the pull.
Oh,
Where they-
Pull you
and they-
close.
Pull you in, and I'm like,
I used to do this. I used to go, hey, Mike Fahey. Expert rifle.
That's fun. That should be your shot show.
that's the SHOT Show.
Oh, I'm
man.
going to start. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did it last year, the last time I was there one time, and it went over very well.
John's never gonna recover.
I don't know what I'd do if I was walking to SHOT Show 4 and somebody just shook
what's
my
up,
hand
Mike
like that.
Fahey?
I would do what I just did. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Immediately, John's just like, give me your card right now.
I always,
Whatever you're selling,
I always told myself
booth is
if
it?
I
Yeah, like,
ever
let's-
if I ever met Jerry Micklick, I would do that. I always told myself
No.
I would do that.
Have you ever? I've shook his hand.
They're
I was just gonna
He's
say
got monster fucking.
he
hands.
does
100%.
And that might have been the most aggressive handshake I've ever shook.
really.
He had a firm hand.
Yeah, he's very firm.
And it was like,
Why is that? Because he worked your thumb like a hammer? Like is it,
He did this weird thing on my tendon. I think he was trying to fast fire my wrist.
You ever shook you ever met a
it was
jockey?
exactly 6 pumps
No.
though.
Like
It
a
was-
fucking a race or like a race jockey, like a horse jockey. They're tiny people
Yeah.
with the strongest grip on the fucking planet.
probably.
My uncle, I have an uncle that was a jockey. And he's creepy, weird, and small, and tiny hands, and fucking little. But that motherfucker, it was like a vice grip, dude. It was like, God damn, man, like he was so strong.
Well, you go hold on to 2,000 pounds
Oh,
at 40
oh.
miles an hour and see how your grip gets.
Oh, fucking A. Like, yeah, but those guys, woo. Like, you know, like those grip tester things.
Yeah.
I want them to give them to jockeys.
No, it's just
They'll break.
like race car drivers and motorcycle riders aren't big people either.
yeah,
It takes a certain type of person to handle that much power.
yeah.
Plus, there's that whole horsepower to weight ratio.
Most of the-
You gotta be
Most of the pro drag riders are like my size or smaller.
For-
like they
well,
are
for sure.
little dudes.
Yeah, dude.
even a lot of
You're a
the
big
MotoGP dudes.
For them, those.
The MotoGP guys are tiny.
Yeah, you're a giant to them.
I've met a couple of the drag riders, and they're like my height, but they make me look bulky.
We gotta
Like they
think.
are.
There's a
If we're-
couple.
if we're gonna
there's-
race, if
There's
we
a
have this-
couple really good exceptions to that. John Force was a bigger.
Oh yeah, he just had more horsepower. I was gonna say, if you and I were gonna race in a stock class,
There's a reason John Force is a goddamn legend.
I need to shave 100 pounds off my vehicle just to compete.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
no.
God, John Force was the man though. I watched him race live actually here in San Antonio, and I'd shown up. Krispy Kreme had just opened here, and I showed up with a box of Krispy Kreme and one of the paper hats, and he signed my fucking paper hat, and I was like,
Did you give him a donut?
Noise.
"That fuck yeah, I gave him a donut." He was super happy about it. Yeah, see, 5'7" to 5'8".
Yeah.
That's for MotoGP.
Yeah,
Scott, I interrupted you. What did Micklick do?
Not just his hands are huge
they're massive.
Yeah.
and strong. Yeah.
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 Was
But what
just
if that's
like-
why
it's
you
just
can
like I have
run the gun
I have
that
short
fast?
fingers.
Yeah.
I bet his fingers are no shit twice the length of mine.
just paper plate with
Like,
fucking bananas.
You know how when you shake
like
somebody's
they're
hand
not proportionate
and
to
their
his body.
hand like
well, either are mine.
wraps around yours like completely?
Yeah.
Like it feels like, yeah, that's shake Jerry McLick's hand. It's
Yeah.
fucking. He's got a big hand.
Well, there's guys like Obi that'll shake your hand when you first meet him,
Same.
and you're
Same.
just like,
Yeah, but like
I don't.
But Obi's a giant.
Am I a
Jerry
toddler?
Jerry
It-
Micklick's
like,
the difference
but-
between Jerry's and Obi's hand is Obi's hands
It's
are
proportional.
proportional, right?
yeah.
They're thick finger sausages and they're big, you know. But
Yeah.
And he knows that he
Yeah.
can break your hand, and he chooses not to.
Right.
Shaking Obi's hand is also like grabbing old leather.
Yeah.
Like you're just like,
Hey,
it's like a saddle that's been behind the barn for the last 40 years. And nobody's touched it.
speaking of big, strong guys, I want to give a shout out to Mikey Lane,
yeah,
who fucking made his trip across the pond,
Yeah.
brought us triple, hung out, came to one of my shows. He came to the heckle mic.
Awesome.
Like fucking such a great dude, man. Mikey, I'm gonna try to make a trip across the pond and hang out with you, dude. Like for real.
I'm bummed I didn't get
Like-
to see him when he was in town. I
Yeah.
had so much shit.
He's such a good fucking
he
guy,
got me
man.
on
And,
my
like,
motorcycle first time in like 3
First time
years.
in
Yeah.
years, yeah. Like we had to update the board.
Yeah,
Crazy.
had to buy a new battery.
Yeah. Like, but yeah, dude, fucking huge shout out to that dude. Such a good guy. We appreciate you, man. Like, yeah, I really do. I appreciate the fuck out of you and your wife and everybody's fucking awesome. And yeah, like, yeah, what a great fucking guy. And an absolute monster of a human being as well.
Very much so.
And like a fucking, that's a killer. Like that dude. Like he has
imagine
to
you get drunk in a bar.
he has to
in the
pull
UK,
punches or he'll murder.
and he's the one that's kicking you out.
You're not going to argue with him.
No,
I wouldn't.
no. I had an instance like that.
I don't
in
give
New
a
York
fuck how
City.
drunk I am. That's a sobering moment.
I had an instance like that in New York City, but it was two people the size of Mikey Lane.
Yeah,
I just got really sad.
What happened?
oh, I knew that. Yeah.
Casa Fuente in Las Vegas. Yeah. Yep.
Casa Fuente is closed.
Oh, that's
No, it was when we were deployed to West Point, and we got a weekend in New York City. We went down to Lopez's family's house in the Bronx, and a bunch of like 8 white dudes walking through the Bronx. Yeah, that was fun.
That's cool. You got called the N-word a lot.
Oh,
Because that's
There-
all Puerto Ricans.
there was a lot. I can't say the lines that was said to us,
Puerto
they
Ricans,
were-
Puerto Ricans think that they developed,
but they
the
weren't
N-word.
aggressive. Like it was more matter of factly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it wasn't like they were trying to pick fights with us or scare us off or anything. They were just stating the obvious. And we were like, you're right. So we go to this nightclub and they have these like tower speakers. And my buddy Corey gets up on a speaker and starts dancing because Corey danced every fucking place we went. And so they're trying to, they get him down off the speaker and then they start like ushering him towards the back door. And I'm like, you're not kicking my buddy out of here without somebody going with him.
Yeah.
So I start walking over like I'm going to, whatever. And next thing I know, my feet aren't touching the ground. And I look down and I have one hand on this arm and one hand on this arm. And then I kind of did that. And then I did this. And I said, okay. And that was it. And they just whoop. And I was just like, go fuck you in. And so I ended up going out the door too. And then we came around the front door, went right back in, started drinking again.
Nice.
But yeah, there's definitely there's a use, right? People that size in bars, it's
For sure.
de-escalation at its greatest.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and because I did security in bars for a long time, and I actually just got hired on to kind of do security again recently. Fucking sort of. It's different. I got a job. I got hired. I got a job today.
Yeah.
I had a job interview today, and I got it. It's sort of security, kind of, sort of. I don't know. Hard to explain. It's a comedy club. It's a door guy at a comedy club. It's more like you're a rotational comic, and if we need you to kick somebody out, can you help? And it's like, yeah. And it's like, and you move chairs and shit. It's like, all right, it's like part-time gig, right? It's nothing easy. It's pretty easy.
Nothing easy.
Nothing.
I was like, that doesn't sound
Well, the guy called me, the owner of the club called me. He goes, I'm looking at your resume, and the term overqualified comes to, and I'm like, yeah, I know. And I'm like, look, man, I'm a comic. And he's like, that's kind of what I figured, dude. And we started talking, and it was all
He
good.
didn't hire you because you have a master's.
Well, he was like, don't be surprised if you end up running the fucking security crew. I'm like, I don't want to do that. I was like, I don't really want to do that, man. I'll just, I'll bark, I'll hang out, I'll fucking take money, I'll make sure they got tickets. It's pretty easy, Comedy club's different. Like people who kick people out of comedy clubs are actually a production team. They walk in and go, you're being asked to leave.
Right.
You know what I mean? When that escalates is when they call the door guys, right? Otherwise, door guys are not door guys like they are in bars, right? Like it's a different story. I had to pass a background check that says I have never been convicted of assault. And I was like, convicted? Never convicted. Like, I beat them all. And he's like, that'll work. So, yeah. But yeah, like shit like that. Like I was thinking about that, and during that interview, he was talking. He's like, "Well, tell me about how you would de-escalate situations." And I was like, honestly, just talk to people. Like
Take my
9 times out of
pants
10, I was like, the beauty of being 6'1", 225 here in Texas is that I'm a giant compared to everyone who walks through your door.
Well, there's another
Which I'm not even that big.
there's another
Like-
another advantage you have.
Yeah.
You're 40.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Yeah, I can father them.
Yeah.
Big, come here, kid.
Yeah.
You know better than that.
Right.
And they're like,
you,
"Whoa,
you don't have the 20-year-old, oh, I get to fuck this dude up kind of attitude.
I don't need to do that. Yeah.
So,
Because I was a door guy when I was 21, and that was the attitude I had. You're right. Like I fucking cracked a lot of skulls, and
Yeah.
like now it's, hey man,
Yeah.
come on, what are you doing? Like we're all drinking, we're all trying to have a good time. Fuck out of here, fuck off, But yeah, de-escalation in that aspect. But guys like Mikey and giant men like that, they're. But sometimes the best de-escalation is just overwhelming show of force without doing anything. It's just like, hey, like
Right.
picking you up.
Speaking of de-escalation, that's a great segue to lead into our Secretary of War.
yeah.
Yes, it
It's
is.
kind of the same philosophy he has.
Yeah, imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine that. He had his Pete Hegseth had a hell of an announcement today for the generals
Yeah.
and really just all of the service. And you got some cliff notes on that, right, John?
Yeah, they should be.
No, Justin, you got them.
It was
Yep, I'm pulling those up.
it was good. I like I was saying earlier, I feel like it's from the day I got out of the army, or maybe even a little sooner than that till now, what I would say to generals.
Yeah.
Right. Like, why is the military the way it is? This is how it should be.
Yeah.
I feel like he said exactly what I was, have been thinking. Like, and the proof is, they're getting more people to reenlist. They're meeting all their enlistment goals, and that's because our generation is the generation that has kids that are joining right now.
Right.
I don't want my kids to join the fucking social experiment that was the military. Like,
Yeah.
join the military, do military stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm glad it's getting back to that. So.
Well, let's see. PT test required twice per year for all ranks every year of service. The Marine Corps did that.
Yes, Army.
Well,
I think
depending on the
combat arms,
jobs,
yeah.
Like the entire Marines does that.
right? A lot of standards are different depending on what your
Yeah.
MOS is.
Okay.
Well, at least when I was active.
Height and
Who
weight
knows
checks
now?
twice per year for all ranks. We did that too. When I ran the 3 shop, I did all
Well,
that.
that happens at the same time the PT test.
Yep.
does.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. PT required every duty day for all service members, unit or individual. This would actually fuck me up a little bit because we used to go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but instead of doing like it was you're gonna do 5 hours a week because there's at least 1 hour per day.
Oh, well,
but we would
did it
do
every day.
we would do 2, 2, and 2.
We
So
did
we'd
it
do like
every
2, 4,
day
and 6.
except for the occasional zonk day.
That was like once a
Yeah.
quarter.
Must be quote real hard PT. In other words, don't skate on them. Don't be like,
Yeah.
we're gonna go to the gym and fuck off.
I believe his.
Okay, this is a massive list, so let's keep
Okay.
moving.
All right.
Like there's like 3 scrolls on.
Oh
this.
shit.
Yeah.
Combat
This
Arms
isn't it.
fitness test scored above 70% of general, neutral age, normal male standard. New combat field test for combat arm units, executable in any environment with combat equipment. I like that. Test will resemble Army expert physical fitness assessment or Marine Corps combat fitness test. This is wait. New combat field test. All right, so it's gonna kind of go off the APFT.
In other words, at any point in time, he can say do a PT test, and you have to fucking even with equipment on the way it sounds.
Nice.
Right. That's kind of what I got out of it.
All combat MOS requirements return to the highest male standard only. Reserves at any reverses any standards altered since 2015. Okay.
That doesn't actually say that women can't be in it. It just will be the men's standard.
Yes.
If you're going to be in a combat unit,
Yeah.
which cool. If you can do
Which
the
is-
job.
Which is not hard for some of these CrossFit bitches that look like they can fight
No, but
anyways.
We've been
But
saying
any-
that forever.
Yeah, any woman
Yeah.
that's in the infantry should expect to do.
Yeah. If you can't pick me up and carry me like anybody else can, then no.
Proficiency requirements. All troops must be fully proficient on assigned weapons platform or task. Very reasonable.
Right, it sounds like a military
Baseline
thing.
proficiency in combat skills required for all service members, regardless of MOS. Sure. Adopts every Marine or rifleman philosophy across all services.
I can't wait to every airman,
See-
rifleman.
Well, yeah. Now I have a question about this because the Air Force doesn't shoot weapons in basic training.
That's going to have to change.
right. Like that's what I am reading here.
That's
Yeah.
going to have to change if you're going to be on every Marine. Because the reason that every Marine is a rifleman is because we all go through the same rifle training.
well,
Well,
that's not the reason. That's the result of it.
I mean, let's,
Yeah.
The reason is because usually a Marine Corps unit, even support units, are going to be put in an environment not too far from the front.
Sure.
And if they get overran,
My admin guy needs to know how to hook and jab.
Yeah. exactly.
Yeah.
But, like even in the Air Force, right? They are part of the armed forces.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
But you can't get in if you're missing an arm.
Well, that's why. That's why.
It's
Actually, I
armed.
don't think that's waiverable at this point. not
Appearance.
with the new Secretary of War.
Here's the thing with appearance. Hair and beards. No beards allowed. Exception, special forces only. You want to grow a beard? Go through the Q course. That's kind of how it rolls. Hair standards enforced per existing regulations. I guess they're kind of fine. They're not hurting anybody. Shaving profiles drastically reduced. Here's the thing.
Let's
That's the thing. This
let's
was
touch on this.
this was the thing. Everybody kept saying, "Well, it's racist because black." And I'm like, no, it's not.
No, you know when it first pissed me off? Okay.
Like,
When shaving standards first pissed me off was when I saw white guys that had beards that were in their dress A's.
yeah,
Right? Like it wasn't like I understand black guys having a little bit of stubble.
They get-
I get it.
they get moose bumps. That shit hurts.
I get it.
Yeah.
Right? Like
And some white dudes do as well.
I do.
yes.
If
I
you
do-
have
I
a
used to.
medical condition, I understand.
But
Because that
what-
shit sucks.
Yeah,
But-
you get
but-
shit. You
but
get a
it-
fucking profile or a chit.
But a
and that's
shaving
what you do.
profile, does that mean you can't trim your fucking beard?
In the so
I like
Like,
what Jazz said.
I don't know
before
how
we
you-
started the show. and he said, let them all have beards, but have a grooming standard like hair.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it
Like
it's-
if you have a shaving profile though, does it say that your beard hair can be an inch long?
The Marine Corps order on
Yeah.
that for that, if medically qualified to have a beard, it has to be clean and neat in appearance, and it can't be longer than like a quarter inch or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes,
I mean,
in some aspects, I don't know
But
what
like what I've seen lately, is
670-1 or
there's
whatever
peop-
you guys have.
some of them, a lot of the guys try to pull a religious exemption
Yeah.
to grow a beard like to their
No,
fucking
but
belly button.
But I've seen like
or the Sikhs and the
the
bullshit.
worst is when you get a shaving profile and you have this whole white trash fucking growing in fucking. You look like you're 17 beard,
Yeah.
right? Like
Scott, why are you looking right at me, dude?
looking at the camera. It wasn't- you right now.
Looking at the kratom
Yours-
salesman
yours
behind the
is-
desk.
It's getting better. Bro.
I know.
Thank you.
It's getting better.
I did not expect this conversation to go like
The
that.
grayer mine gets, the thicker yours gets. I guess it's the circle of life. But
I appreciate it.
yeah,
This weekend, Justin was like, I forgot to shave my neck beard. Now I do look like a kratom salesman.
Yeah,
It's funny.
I owned it.
Got the beard that looks like you should be out hunting gators.
Basic military training. Drill instructor authorities. Drill sergeants / instructors now authorized to conduct shark attacks. Bring them back. Tossing bunks. Didn't know it ever left. Swear at recruits. That definitely happened. Put your hands on recruits. I definitely got fucked up. So I fucking love that.
Here's the thing. Okay, I have a question about that.
You
one,
better be
right?
real specific about
no,
that.
I
we-
know what
we-
this means.
We all have a mutual friend, maybe just acquaintance. You might have met him once, who is a drill sergeant.
Oh, yep.
And the last time that a drill sergeant put hands on a recruit
Now that can
in
be,
his unit,
that can be as simple as this. It was no hands on recruits.
I think it was more like this.
Oh, I had a
That's-
drill sergeant that did that, and he went from sergeant first class to specialist.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Real fast.
is that what it means by putting hands on recruits, or is it meaning like
I think it means you can push them around a little bit.
so the
Wall to wall.
the only
The
issue
Marine
that I
Corps.
have,
So
the only issue I have
we
with
never
that
did it.
is where's the limit?
One arm
Well,
distance.
I'm sure there's a limit.
And-
I'm sure there's a limit.
And with everything in the military, there's a game to be played.
Justin, look up "put hands on recruits."
I don't know if there's official.
You might want to go
stuff
to private
that's been
browsing
released.
for that one.
Hey,
But no. This. But what
I'm gonna find something.
right now though, it was you literally couldn't touch them.
Yeah. Yep.
Like that's fucked up. You
Yeah.
have to be able to touch them. So anyway, never mind. We'll go.
Yeah. So after that training, mandatory training reductions, drastic reduction of mandatory training requirements, less PowerPoint briefings, fewer online courses, and more time in the motor pool or on the range.
I love everything about that.
Awesome. Standards review, immediate review of all standards across every unit, every service, every schoolhouse, and every form of PME. Cool. Promotions based on merit only, colorblind, gender neutral evaluation process. Love it. Top performers promoted faster, poor performers removed more quickly. Real evaluations, not box checks at every level. Personnel records, changes to retention of adverse information. Minor forgivable or earnest infractions will not encumber careers in perpetuity. Allows for honest mistakes without permanent career impacts. That is
Wow.
fucking huge.
Love that.
That's common sense, though.
Yeah.
Admin, Inspector General IG processes new policies, eliminate no anonymous complaints, no repeat complaints, no frivolous complaints, faster resolutions, and equal opportunity processes the same restrictions as IG. Toxic leadership definitions. Full review of definitions of toxic leadership, bullying, and hazing. Purpose, empower leaders to enforce standards without fear of retribution. That
Yeah.
That's huge,
That is-
dude.
That is
That's
what that's
huge,
what it
dude.
became. That's what it became. You can't make me shave.
Because I'll cry hazing.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Oh, you're hazing.
Or,
Yeah.
or anything.
I have one little ingrown hair pimple. I'm getting a shaving profile. No, the fuck you.
No,
missed
you're
it,
fucking
right?
not. You're gonna go get a fucking
Yeah.
go to Doc and he'll pluck it.
Like, you know what I mean? Go
Yeah.
back.
Social media, unit level social media, ban on anonymous unit level social media pages that trash commanders, demoralize troops, undermine unit cohesion. service social media policies, new proactive social media policies across all services, anonymous online keyboard complaining not tolerated.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to fucking
Now-
radiate that though, bro.
I don't know.
I didn't know what kind. I don't.
You can't
know.
regulate that. People are gonna people.
No, you can
like-
easily, right?
Hey, take their phone.
Or you like, so essentially UCMJ can be used if a service member creates a social media page and talks shit about their commanders.
Yeah.
Right. So let's say some active duty guy starts US Army WTF,
Right.
and then gets on there and starts trashing unit commanders, right? But it's under the guise of this Instagram page that he created,
I feel
even
like-
though it's an active duty fucking dude that's
Yeah.
posting. Yeah, no, dude, you can't talk about that.
Well,
That's not how
remember
this works.
when me and you were in, we couldn't talk shit on the president
Uh,
because we were afraid to get in trouble.
Yeah.
Like
you,
it's
well,
a-
you weren't. Yeah, you weren't allowed to.
right. But look how many active.
But
duty
it was also
now are
enforced
fucking-
that if you were active duty and in uniform and you were talking about politics, you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were just like, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And nobody cared.
Nobody cared.
Oh, I like this. DEI. 0 identity months, 0 DEI offices, 0 climate change / green fleet initiatives, 0 gender ideology accommodations, dudes in dresses, quote, end quote, all described as debris that has been removed. Debris. And this is my favorite part. ROEs, rules of engagement, combat authorities, remove politically correct and overbearing ROE, maximum lethality authorized, increase authority for warfighters, untie the hands of warfighters to, quote, intimidate, demoralize, hunt, and kill, end quote.
Now,
Fucking A.
now
Let's fight wars again.
I was a sniper. I could not engage on my second deployment. I could not engage unless I was engaged.
Just dog shit.
Right
You're a sniper.
now, I should have been able to intimidate, demoralize, hunt, and kill.
It's kind of the mission of the military sniper.
Yeah.
By the way,
I'm like, why?
that's
am
also
I-
how I shop for cheeseburgers.
how do you demoralize a cheeseburger?
Oh, you can talk
You
shit to a
wanna know?
cheeseburger. You could totally touch.
Let's go to HEB
Dude,
after
me
the
and
show.
Jazz used to go to Cheesy Jane's. I've seen him demoralize a burger, dog. It happens. That's real, dude. I could fuck with some Cheesy Jane's right
It's
now.
so fucking.
I could
dude.
fuck with that right now. Get that Nutter Butter shake.
No.
Motherfucker.
his ethos for rule changes. One, in the 1990 test, compare current standards to 1990 standards when we won Gulf War fast. Justify any changes. Two, the E603 test. Does the change make leadership easier or more complicated for staff sergeants, petty officers, or tech sergeants? And three, the golden rule test. Would you want your own child serving in this unit under these standards?
Which is the best rule.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
So now I have a question for you guys, right? This is a lot, right?
I mean, this is the late 90s.
This is a lot.
This is why I joined the military.
So between this and funding and numbers and new equipment, because there's a whole bunch of new shit being developed,
Sure.
what's coming,
Oh, there's something coming.
Yeah.
right? This is, and to me, this is preparation for global activities.
Well,
Not just, oh, we're going to go fight another
but
country
it
because
might
fucked us up.
But it might be just that. It might just be preparation. It might just be preparation. Why not be prepared for something?
Well, I have.
I think what you're kind of asking is, do we have a plan to go to war with somebody?
I think that there's,
I think the plan is to be ready for war with somebody.
I have thoughts.
but I think it's because something is on the horizon.
Yeah, but that horizon's been there.
Something interesting.
Not
happened
on
last
the
week.
global level.
Yeah.
Last week, something interesting happened with domestic terror classifications. Right? They classified Antifa as a domestic terrorist
Yeah,
group.
see, I don't agree with that either.
What that does, because Antifa is not just an American organization. There's Antifa Canada, Antifa Europe, Antifa Germany, Antifa fucking everywhere. There's Antifa everywhere, which opens it up technically under the global war on terrorism fucking guys, the standard that's already been set, it technically opens that up to, as a combative. Now, that said, I don't think fucking nerds that live in their basement that fucking pee sitting down should be considered combatives.
Well, I think we have to be careful when you start you know, like we weren't happy when you know, the school board or the people that stood up against the school board were put on the list, right?
Right.
You know, or you know, I think Antifa, as much as I disagree with what the fuck they stand for,
Sure.
I don't think you can just start designating domestic terrorist groups.
So
I mean,
as
I
soon
mean,
as-
look at you know, we go back to fucking Waco. We go back to the FBI's shit when they shot the dude in fucking, help me out here,
Ruby Ridge.
Ruby Ridge. You know, like I don't think we were happy about that then, and
True.
I think Antifa's in that same category in my brain.
as soon as the government decides there's a war on something,
Yeah.
it's essentially indefinite.
Yeah.
Right.
And it
Like-
gets real weird real fast.
Because there was a war on drugs.
Yeah.
It didn't change or solve anything.
No, it just gave him permission to
There-
lie to us for 20 years.
There was a war on terror.
Yeah.
It didn't stop it.
True. Well, it's because we're fucking reactive.
Some can say it made it worse.
Because it's you can't
The arguments there.
you can't point the tip of the spear at an ideology. Right?
Yeah.
Because who are you actually fighting?
Yeah.
You know, like
Well-
we're gonna go fight Antifa.
But if,
okay,
but if you,
where are they?
if you look
Where's
at,
their base?
right, if you look at Hex's speech today, though, one of his big points that I don't think was brought up on here was we're tired. You know, we're not going to go into a war without clear objectives. And I can't remember the word he used for it, where we just loiter and stay around and just, we're there to be there. Like it's go
An
in,
occupying force.
take our handcuffs off, we're win and get the fuck
Well, we
out.
were a stagnant force for 15 years.
Yeah.
Mhm.
When we first got there, we were allowed to kind of handle business. And then it was 15 years of stagnation.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2003,
everybody-
2004 was awesome.
Everybody had to make their money, and once they did, they're like, "Okay, I guess we can shut this down now."
Like 2000, like my ROE in Fallujah is exactly what he's talking about. All right. Oh, this entire city is full of combatives. Thanks to
Yeah.
the efforts of these gentlemen here,
You
actually.
want to die? Get the fuck out.
Exactly. Thanks to the efforts that they did, the only people in that city
We didn't
were bad
phrase it
guys.
that way, but it was
No,
It was pretty fucking close.
that was
to
the message.
It was pretty close
It
to
was
that.
in Arabic,
No,
not in English.
John and I went in for the initial push, right?
Yeah.
And our ROE was pretty free.
if military's male with a firearm,
I'm going to make sure I get
Yeah.
every drop. Of
The
protein.
but the initial
But I-
push though, we were fighting a uniformed force.
Nah, that lasted about a week.
yeah,
Well, yeah.
but I feel like there was a point in time when the ROE should have changed, and it did. But then it went to winning the hearts and minds, and it changed way too much.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, okay, let's just make it. There was no gradual. It was just like you can kill this guy today. Tomorrow, you have to give him a hug, and he has to try to kill you before you can even look at him wrong.
You have
like
to,
he
you
can have a
to,
gun,
you
but,
have to pen flare.
but you can't do anything until he points it at you.
And then you have to pen flare, wave a flag, pen flare,
No,
red
but-
star cluster,
but
green star
then it-
cluster,
but
and then
then
you
it-
That
can
it
shoot it.
when he can point it at you,
Yeah.
but until he shoots, you can't engage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which,
and that was like, wait,
Yeah. Wait, what?
yeah,
yeah. So
well, was it 08 when they were talking about giving all the armed forces less than lethal rounds?
Yeah.
I remember when they came out with that ROE, we asked
Simunitions.
for them.
Sweet.
I was like, fine, give me beanbag rounds for
Yeah.
the 203.
Can you imagine?
That'd be
though?
fucking dope.
No. Can you imagine
203 and beanbags in the dude's chest. Just
if we just went into the houses that we cleared,
funk.
but it was all simunitions? How fun that would have been.
Get down. What? Bah, bah, bah.
Oh, dude.
I bet our squad could have killed people with simunitions.
Oh, yeah.
We were very
100%.
motivated.
Hey, I'd have been like, why are you guys only shooting them in the eyes? Weird.
Saw gunners.
It's funny. We gave all these guys simunitions and they got wildly accurate.
The saw gunners in the second room yelling mag change. You got a 200 round drum, dude.
my unit there was 2 units in Fallujah that got investigated. My unit got investigated twice. 1-3 did, and then the other one was 3-1. 3-1 got investigated for there was they thought that maybe we were executing prisoners between 3-1 and 1-3.
Yeah.
They're executing prisoners, and it was because there was every fucking guy who died from a headshot. So they were like, we're executing it. And it turned out, nope. This is where we aim. We just aim for the nose. You know what I mean? And it was just like, nah. And then my unit also got investigated for arson, which there was one comm guy that probably should have gotten in trouble. That dude lit everything on fire, but yeah.
It was the early days of lithium batteries.
Yeah,
Come on, give
he
us a
just-
break.
Fucking, so like they would
Everybody
have
got
us,
those Samsungs. So
they would have us
catching
break-
on fire.
they would have us like barrel through a wall and knock a wall down.
Yeah.
And the fucking grunts would go in, they'd clear the building, and on the way out, they'd all leave, they'd all peel out, and then there was like one asshole comm guy I would see with a lighter just like he's just lighting shit on fire, and I'm like, "What are you doing, man? I want that blanket. I wanted that blanket." And I'm like, "God damn it, man! Like, fuck you, dude." I don't know. I do think that the military needs to get back to basics and get back to war fighting and get back to, its real purpose and not be used as a social experiment and shit, because that's what it is. We're supposed to fight and win wars. That's what the military is supposed to do. And I feel like he's got the right mindset. Do I agree with 100% with everything? Probably not, but
Well, where on that list do you disagree?
I don't think rolling back our mindset 35 years is healthy.
I agree with that too. I mean, the world has
Well,
changed.
but look at the
since
way he
1990.
pointed it though. He said, Justin, pull that back up. The
One of the ethos is it's a 1990 standard.
no he
That's a 35-year-old standard.
yes, but there's a caveat to it. That okay, so
Compare the standards to 1990 standards when we won the Gulf War fast and justify any changes.
justify the change.
Not a single communication method that exists currently was available in 1990.
I think
So literally your entire communication structure now changes the 1990 standard based on inter-unit communication. We didn't have Blue Force Tracker in 1990.
but I think he's talking about like
So like our entire methodology, everything that we do has to change. We
Well,
won in
but
1990.
What part of communication is a standard though? I think he's talking
No,
PT
I
tests, and
think-
training standards, and hygiene and that kind of shit. I don't think.
I think this
Hygiene
like,
is not why we won the Gulf War.
No,
fast.
but I think this is on like a very basic, like what I see out of this is ultimately he's like, look, we need to get back to a disciplined force.
That's what I think it is. I don't think it has anything to do with.
I just don't think he has a way to say that without going through all the details. Now, is this going to make things better? Who knows?
Because you look at the next one. Does the change make leadership easier or more complicated? Right. Like, I think that applies to the 1990 one too. If like what would we? What's an instance that you would say? Okay, does this pass the 1990 test? So you go to communications.
Do you think anybody currently in charge in their late 50s is at speed with current available technology?
I don't even know what 6 and 7 means.
So, I mean, like this, the E603 test. So you want to make it to where the most likely person I'm going to see AD their weapon is the shit that we need to make sure their life is easier?
What do you mean the most likely person? As a former E6, I'm a
No,
fucking
he was
pump
talking
your
about the
brakes,
03.
bro. All right.
He was talking about
I'm
the
talking
03.
more about the 03, but they're lumping them together. Does the change make leadership easier or more complicated for staff sergeants, petty officers, and tech sergeants? So I don't know why the 03 is in there if we're not going to list
Yeah, it should have just
captains
been the E6 thing.
and everything else.
Yeah.
I feel like it's arguable that these rules do make it harder on them because they have to be more strict.
Well,
It is not nearly as lacked with these standards.
because who's going to enforce all these on the small unit leadership level? It's the E6s and below.
Yep, absolutely.
Right. And so, like, in that aspect, I mean, but to be fair, almost every one of these standards is exactly what I dealt with in the military
I don't.
when I
The rest of
You know
it is
what I mean?
just hey,
It's very doable.
we're gonna. This is essentially we're pulling woke out of military, which fine. The military is not supposed to be. You signed your rights away. You were government property. You don't get to be woke about fuck all. You're
True.
not a person anymore. You're property.
You're a number.
Well, not only
Yeah,
that,
like-
but like here I have a scenario, right? Like I was an infantry guy.
Sure.
If I decided one day I wanted to become a preschool teacher, right?
Sure.
Then I expected the preschool to accept the fact that I call them fucktards and all this shit all the time, right? And I smack them around and yell at them, right? Should I expect the preschool to change, or should I just not apply for that job? Right? Like if you're that woke individual what makes you think the military should change?
But yeah,
or
we're
should
both
you
saying
just
the
not?
same.
Or should you just not apply
We're both
to that
saying the
job?
same thing.
Right.
But a
Yeah.
lot of this is it's pulling that out, right? It's going, it's the fucking military. So either have a military mindset or you don't need to be here.
Yeah.
We're an all volunteer force.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah, we're not drafting
One of the
you.
funny things. So I went through some of the comments earlier. We don't need to right now by any means.
I mean,
But the
it's-
one that I really liked was, I'm assuming this was somebody who was in the Air Force, and they were like, "Oh, so we have to add PT onto our already busy duty day, so it's
Yeah.
just going to make it longer."
I do.
And I was like, "Oh, that's cute."
Yeah, that is cute. Yeah, guess what? I always had to be working 6:30.
Oh, yeah, you
I
thought you had a 9
guarantee
to
you the
5?
guy that typed that is fat. That's a fat guy,
That was a
dude.
female.
and that bitch is fat, dude. Like, yeah, she's probably fat as fuck. Like
The
anybody who bitches about PT while you're in the military,
No.
you're
It
probably
was,
fat.
no. They weren't complaining about PT. They were complaining that it was going to make their
In
duty
addition
day
to.
longer.
Yeah.
So their 9 to 5 is now an 8 to 5.
I'm gonna quote a boss that I had one time that he didn't say very many things that were fucking good, but the one thing he did say that really resonated with me was, "You're on salary, kid. You're always working." There you go.
I yes, and that applies to
To the military.
most salary positions.
Yeah.
I have always said the military, being a member of the military is not a job. You are accepting a lifestyle.
Yes.
And you volunteered for it.
It's a calling.
You have a job in the military, whatever it is. Light wheel vehicle mechanic, infantry, medical equipment repair
Whatever.
specialist. You have a job.
Yeah.
But as soon as you sign that dotted line, you just changed your lifestyle.
You also changed your constitutional rights.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
voluntarily
And-
gave up a lot.
And
don't
your
get all the First
international rights.
Yeah.
You changed everything
Yep.
because you gave up individuality.
Yes.
And if you don't understand that, if you
Man.
joined the military and you don't understand that you accepted a new lifestyle,
You should have read your contract better.
like
Well, I don't think though that the recruiters say that.
It doesn't matter.
Some of them do.
No, but I have a feeling a lot of the last 10, 20 years of people that joined are only joining to do a job.
Well, those people that
I don't-
joined.
I hate to tell you this, even if you stick to your 1990 standard, the recruiters are still fucking liars.
yeah.
No, I get that.
But-
So that's not
Yeah.
so. I
And
mean, it's
But no,
It's-
no, what I-
it's
what
the
I-
responsibility of the service member to read the contract he's signing,
Okay,
just like anything
Yeah,
else in
I
life.
agree.
And if
Yeah,
you
but you're
skimmed
telling
over
that to
it-
a 17-year-old kid.
I don't fucking care. If you skimmed over it, it's still a legally binding contract, and you're an adult and you're making drastic decisions in your life. If you're
100%.
not fucking looking out for the best of your own interests, it's your own goddamn fault.
But
Sure.
I think
but my
the,
bonus.
the reason that the military got
Sign here.
the reason the military got to where it is today is partially because of these. Imagine if you join in and none of your family was in the military, right? You talk to a recruiter and he's like, "Yeah, you want to be a pharmacist? Yeah, you can join the military, be a pharmacist, right?
You can.
You can, or whatever job, right? It doesn't matter."
The
But-
where we got
but
where
he-
we are.
but
is
he-
our
that-
numbers
that-
slipped.
That kid at that point is joining the military,
Yep.
thinking it's a job. He doesn't know about the lifestyle thing. He doesn't know. He didn't, so he is expecting it to be a job. And now when he gets in the military, he goes through basic training. He's like, "Fuck this. I want this to be a job."
Mhm.
Right. And then they get 15, 20 years in, they're the goddamn.
Well, and it doesn't
People in
help
charge.
that then they see a bunch of active duty guys making millions on TikTok,
Yeah.
and it's this influencer thing. And then on top of that, we were at war for 20 plus fucking years. And our recruiting numbers fell to absolute fucking trash. And it's because everybody looked at it and goes like, why in the holy hell would I join?
Yeah.
Like
I was-
I mean, you have to, for a long time, you had to want to go to war if you were going to go and join the military because it was guaranteed. This was not you might deploy.
No,
It was,
you were going.
you're fucking going. And we did it for so fucking long that the numbers slipped. And I'm telling you right now, a lot of what changed in the military was, hey, we have to make this more attractive. We've got to make it to where it's a kindler, gentler, it can be a job mentality of joining the military. Look at this fall off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Now, we started to see the ramp down right where we start to see the uptick, right? So 2015 is our lowest number that we've got. Then we started to see the cool down on deployment scheduling.
It's starting to pop up.
And then it starts to come back up because now it's you're probably not going. If you get something that's more support element or whatever, you're probably not going. You
When-
can make
when-
a
when
decent
did the-
living and da-da-da-da-da.
When did the Army football team become good? It's the same scale.
Yeah. And
Hey,
so,
what-
they're still not getting.
What are the numbers in 1990? Scroll over that one real quick.
See, that's
Was that
Go
active?
one to the right.
One more.
Okay. I feel like
2.18 million people.
I feel like the scale is very skewed
Yeah.
because that's 2.18, right? And go all the way to 2020, and that's 1.4.
Yeah.
That's not that big of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
That's half. That's half as many members.
yeah, but that
But-
isn't
but
half as
the
big as
thing-
you are.
this is also how many people are in, not how many people joined. That's a
I'd be
different
interested to see
scale.
this graph against the population of the United States between 90 and 2022.
I'll work on that.
So like that versus the population change in the US in that 30-year window.
Yeah.
No, I think these. I think it's good changes.
Which is getting back to basics.
Yeah.
You know, that's really what it's about. And you want to build a foundation for a good military.
You know, if
Basics have to be in place.
if I were my kids' age right now, though, like I would be fucking excited to join right now.
Yeah.
Because when I joined, there was nothing exciting about joining in '97.
Yeah, 99, same.
I
It
joined in
was,
2000.
Yeah.
It was just like,
just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, matter of fact, it was funny. I was a corporal when 9/11 happened. And by the time they started getting out of training and everything and hitting the fleet, I started seeing like the 9/11 crew. I was already a sergeant, right? So like, look, and they'd come in and they'd be like, yeah, they'd be like, oh, I'd be like, why'd you join there, killer? And they'd be like, oh, fucking 9/11 happened. And I'd be like, bitch, I joined because I'm a real patriot. Fuck you. Like, I joined before the war. I joined because I wanted to serve.
Some could say
Also college.
Some could say the post 9/11 people that joined that's to me,
it was pretty awesome.
that's pretty much real patriotism.
It was pretty fucking cool.
because you're fucking knowing you're going.
Because
When I joined, I didn't know I'd go.
I joined
So-
with a lot
so-
of dudes who joined for college.
knowing,
Oh, yeah.
knowing what we know now, how long, and say we were out of the military, how long after 9/11 would you have joined if you weren't in already?
Oh, knowing what we know,
Like, you already know what the military is.
like I can't join until 9/11 happened.
Look, but you have the knowledge of like what the military was prior to
I would have
9/11.
joined. I would have joined when I did, but I would have got my shit together
Yeah,
to know exactly what I wanted to do in war.
yeah.
I would have did a lot. I would have did things a lot different in my career.
I mean, I'll flat out tell you, I don't think an 18-year-old has any business joining the military. You're not ready.
Are you a fan of the gap year idea?
You mean
What
like
is- oh,
you graduate
between
high school, you take a year, and then go to college and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Either that or we need to change over to a more self-defining schedule. So like one of the biggest reasons that people suffer when they go to college straight out of high school is that high school is so regimented
Right.
on it's this, test dates are this, it's standardized and da-da-da-da-da. And then you go to college and you'll have professors that are like, welcome to day one. Here's your syllabus. As long as all of your work is into me by this date and your midterm is on this date and your finals on this date, I don't really give a fuck if you're here or not. Just make sure that you fucking
Yep.
Right.
get it fucking done.
Do your work.
And then half the people don't graduate.
And then they go, well, I don't know how to actually make
It's like, oh, I'll be in here talking about it, but I don't care if you're here or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
think you can do it without me,
I
then
I don't know if I'm going to speak two different people here. The gap year, right?
Yeah.
If I would have, I joined, split up. So I went to basic my junior, senior year. Then I went to AIT after I graduated, right? I don't think that 1 year, I don't think it would have helped me at all to mature. And the reason I'm pointing this out is like, I have a boy, right? I have 2 boys now that they had plenty of fucking year in between when they graduated before they fucking gone.
Yeah.
And I think it's hindering them. They're hindered them as opposed to getting them fucking going.
did you prep them?
I did what I could.
What's your guys' opinion on this? Right. So the federal government has raised the legal drinking age to 21 and the legal age to buy tobacco to 21.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't they raise the minimum age to join the military to 21?
I I like that idea way more than I like the idea of
I-
if I can join
I-
the military at 18,
I
I should be able to
feel
buy
like-
beer at 18.
I
I'm
feel like at 21, right? You know, one of two things. I have 1 year left in college and I'm going to do something with my life, or fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're
Like,
not
but
wrong.
that's it. But you had 3 years after school to mature, to figure out how the world works, and to realize if I'm actually going to do something with my life, or if I'm going to.
and you have either figured out the self-discipline as a college student to be successful,
Exactly.
or you have now tasted what fucking defeat is like
Yep.
so much that you haven't figured your shit
and then
out.
you're like, fuck it, I'm joining the military.
Maybe
And it's a nice
Straighten me
reboot.
up.
Maybe there's a couple years of a new thing that's just like military prep, right? Where it's like,
That's called basic training.
no, but I mean like, imagine ROTC.
I was going to say he's describing ROTC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But imagine it having an enlisted route, right? Just because you can't join until you're 21 now, right? So
Oh no, you're getting a little too Hitler Youthy there, bud.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
that's,
yeah.
that's,
Call
I'm
Hugo
not-
Boss.
no,
have
it's
you
not-
design you some
it's
uniforms.
not mandatory.
So
Do I get a
I
membership
feel like-
knife?
I
Like, is
feel
that
like-
like a,
I
Do a
feel like
little-
there's a huge market for for private companies to do something like that.
Maybe. But I'm not opposed to the military being 21.
Just-
I hate seeing young kids
Just
going off
sprinkle
to
some
war.
capitalism in there.
It's
well,
Why not?
the thing is,
Why not?
it's not that I hate young kids going. It's just that they're like, I joined older, and I went to basic with guys that were younger than me. I then went to these units as junior enlisted, and had guys that were younger than me. And you just look at them and go like, "What are you, fucking retarded? Just shut the fuck up,
Dude,
They're like
I was a young leader, and I had guys who were much older than me that were under me, and that was difficult. Like I was like a 19-year-old corporal.
Yeah.
I was a 20-year-old sergeant. I was a fucking E5. I couldn't go to the bar.
I was
You know what I
19.
mean?
Like
Like-
one of my guys was 27.
Same. I had a
He-
when I was a corporal. I
He,
had a
was,
Lance
he already
corporal, I was
worked in a
28.
union. He had a profession. He made,
Yep.
like, yeah,
And was he a problem?
at first.
What-
Until
Because you had the age bracket.
I
But
had
I mean,
to-
like, as far as a soldier was concerned, was he a bad soldier, or was he just a problem for you because the
it was
age bracket?
very.
yeah.
Same.
He
It was-
wasn't
it was
a bad
both.
soldier, but he was a raging alcoholic.
So like in my particular case, this dude was he was like a D&D kind of guy. He was like him and it was him and he had him and his buddy who were like his roommate. They would run what I now recognize as D&D campaigns, right? But they would run those like at lunch and stuff like that. And so like we were just wildly different. His name was Brian Cummings. He was a good dude. He wasn't a bad guy. He was married, had a kid. He was a good guy, but he was like substantially older than me. He was 28 years old.
Yeah.
And I'm 19. And I'm like, put your fucking hands behind your back when you talk to me. And he's like, okay. And it's like, I get like hindsight being what it is. Like, I understand that, but it's like, hey man, that's the rules.
This is also the
You know what I
problem
mean? Like-
with 18, 19, 20-year-old leaders is they have no idea what it is actually to be a leader. Sure, you got rank,
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. Like I got
But-
ranked.
but a
can-
19-year-old leader?
I think
It's
we're-
hard to be a
But
leader.
then you
at
try to do
19.
that shit
I
where you
think-
come out and you're like, put your hands behind your fucking back.
Well,
It's
like when they're like,
okay.
hey, go chew Cummings' ass because he's fucking up. And I'm like, all right, I'm on him. He's mine. I got him. And I go out there and I'm like, hey, motherfucker. And he's like, what? And I'm like, what, corporal? Let's fucking do this, asshole. You want to play a game? Let's play a fucking game. Put your fucking hands behind your back. You know what I mean? Like, so it was never like, I would never just, I'm not the kind of guy to just be like, put your hands behind your back when you talk to me because I'm an asshole.
Right.
You know what I mean? I've never been like that. But it was very, very difficult
I
to
think,
connect with them because
I
they were
think we're generalizing
substantially
too much here. I think it comes down to
older.
the individual a lot because 19 and 20-year-olds are vastly different.
Yeah.
Like some of them are great leaders.
I thought I did pretty good for given what I had.
But
Some of them
but
are
to Jazz's
wildly
point,
but-
shitty.
now imagine,
could I
right?
have been
So
better if I was older? 100%.
Yeah, but you were.
you
said more rank.
say the majority of people join it at 18, right? At 20 is when they are in a leadership position, a sergeant,
Yeah.
an E5. Okay, about 2 years, 2.5 years ish after they get in. If they're good, that's about what rank they're going to be.
Really good.
Okay, now imagine if that person joined at 21 and now they're 23 or 24 and they're in a leadership position. How much more mature is their brain and how much more can they absorb when it comes to leadership?
And how much
I can
of the-
answer this.
And how much of the bullshit gets pulled out
Yeah.
I can answer this.
that we were constantly dealing with, having children that were given millions of dollars equipment
Yeah.
and convinced that they're fucking bulletproof. And it's like, and you have no frame of reference.
But
You
that-
went from
that-
the safety of mommy and daddy's house
That might be
to
why
now
the
there's a
military
sergeant
works.
that's guarding you. And it's like,
Yeah.
I can answer this. I can because I was, like I said, I was a 20-year-old sergeant. I was also a 23-year-old sergeant. All right, I was a sergeant for 4.5 years. Right.
Were you a better leader at 20 or 23?
100% better at 23.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's just time. Enough spit and pressure. You know what I mean?
Well,
That's
but
just-
you were
that's-
also
that's
more
just-
mature.
Yeah. Because it naturally comes up. Honestly, we're all fucking retarded till we're about 25, 26.
Well,
goddamn way.
maturity comes with
Like-
life experience.
I think the military.
Like I turned 23 in Fallujah.
how many
as a sergeant.
potential recruits would the military lose?
What
Because
percent?
everybody who's squared away at 18 is probably not everybody, but a vast majority. If they're squared away at 18, they're not going to sit on their hands till they're 21.
well, so now
Yeah.
is
and
it
then they're going to be into a career. They're going to be
Well,
into something
You
else.
know how much they would lose because think about how many dudes in your boot camp platoon were fucking under 21.
I know.
All but like 4.
Yeah.
You know
What?
what I mean? I had like
so
4
is
dudes that
is
could drink. in my
quantity
platoon.
or is it quality?
Yeah, but I think there's a tipping point where it's a little bit of both.
It has to be kind of both because
Now,
overwhelming force.
imagine if you have a platoon where your biggest shitbag is a guy that is fully capable of doing everything and communicating with you. He just has a bad attitude. Versus a legit shitbag at 18 years old who has no idea what fucking life is. You know what I mean? You're going to have a force that is going to be more lethal because they're better trained. They have a better thought process. They have everything else instead of just a massive number of.
I think
that's okay.
I think you're giving too much credit to 21-year-olds.
No. It's not 21-year-olds. It's 3 years of life experience before you join and do it.
the other problem that, and I would
That's
have
all it
loved to
comes
have seen
down
it
to.
addressed in this, but this whole like,
At least in my opinion.
I don't know.
one, we know the military pay scales are fucked.
Yeah.
Right. And
I
so
mean, they're not the great.
there is a lot of action where they do it to where it's like, oh, well, we can just 4187 with somebody from E1 to E3.
Yeah.
And that'll start the clock for being able to get E4.
Right.
And then that starts the clock for being able to get E5. And we just slam these guys through. And now all of a sudden, it's like, that's why you end up with the E4 mafia, because you've just made everybody an E4. So fuck it. And it's like, okay, why don't we adjust the pay scales a little bit? Lengthen these times out between ranks and actually make sure we're instilling fucking skill set. But just throwing stripes on a motherfucker because we put him through a 2-week leadership course and went like, by the way, you're responsible for all these other fucking humans. Don't fuck it up.
Yeah, we don't do that.
And that's kind of the
thankfully.
and that's kind of the model that a lot of this shit works on. And it's so fucked to see these dudes that are just like, and then the army likes to like be agile. It's OJT. And it's like, yeah, okay, not when people die. Like that's, we don't get to OJT that because we can't be like, let's roll this back.
Justin, what's the average age of a fighter pilot?
Well, they have to be officers. So we know they're older because
Yeah.
they went through college.
But I bet it's
26, 27,
yeah,
I would say.
I bet it's 25, 26.
The average age for a new
Or 30.
or starting fighter pilot is in their early to mid 20s after completing their first military training. However, the age of fighter pilots in service is around 44 in the U.S. Air
Well, I'll
Force.
be damned.
Yeah.
There's also age limits for beginning training, such as 33. I also, if y'all had to guess, what percentage do you think makes up the U.S. military of ages 18 to 21?
31%.
Oh, I'm gonna
31%.
go like 8.
What percentage of the
Oh.
military is 18 to
It's
21?
between 18 and 21.
Yeah, I'm going like 8%.
I might be really high, but that's only because if they stay in long enough.
If you bump that to 22, I'm going to give you a higher percentage because then it's 4 and out.
Yeah, I'll change mine to 14%.
14%?
I'm going to be in the.
I'm going higher than
I'm gonna
that,
be
man. I'm going
25.
like 7. I'm going like 65%.
65?
65, 70.
5.5%.
Is 18 to 24?
18 to
Yeah.
21.
There's not
No,
much.
but do it 18 to 24.
Really?
Oh, 18 to 24.
It makes sense if you think about it.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
I was one guy in charge of 80 of those fucking guys.
for one.
It's
for,
like,
for 3 years, and then they all aged out.
Yeah, they all age up, dude. They get older.
Yeah,
Don't
but you
stay
know, you have to-
21.
yeah, but
like,
there's always another
that-
group of those guys coming in.
But that's why you have to get over this 4
Right,
year.
still,
but
it's
then,
one of
but
me
then you have to
and all of
figure.
them.
But then you have to figure attrition.
Yeah, you have to
Most
get over
people
this
are 4 and out.
Yeah, you have to get over.
Sure.
So
Sure.
21 doesn't count because 18, 19, 20, 21, like it has to be at the 22 mark in age to make it make sense, because then those people
especially
have gotten out.
attrition in the core. That's why you always saw a new batch of kids coming through.
Maybe that's why I'm thinking this.
And it's
'Cause
like,
it's just
but even with
constant
us,
fucking
they
rotation
would
of
cycle
motherfuckers.
over. But then then you have all these 22-year-olds that get stripes or don't or whatever and get moved to these other units
because
because
how
their
long,
contract re-up and blah 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 blah. And
I
like-
feel like there's more but I'm just saying like there's
Like,
more
how many-
lance corporals in the military.
how many
Marines
20-year E6s have you met?
than there are sergeants?
So
You know, there's more lance
here,
corporals
Mikey,
than
Mikey,
generals.
let's break it down. How many people are in the armed forces? 1.4 million.
Okay.
What are the recruiting numbers per year?
oh yeah, that's great.
Right.
That's
Probably a couple 100,000.
Probably.
Okay. Maybe I don't know.
I mean,
5.5% of 1.4
I get
million.
that there's a lot of guys who are like retire or
like-
die. Yeah, sure. I get it.
Essentially, that number is that's the people that are signing up that year,
Yeah.
plus maybe a couple from the year prior.
Justin,
and a couple
give
from the year
us
prior
give
to
us
that,
give
you
us
know?
that number.
So between 18 to 24, it doesn't give me a number, but it's 5.5% active duty service members 18 to 21 and 8.8% 22 to 24.
That still seems wildly low to me.
So give us the how many people are in the military now versus
25 and under is 500.
no, just in the military now.
Oh, just in the
And
military.
then
now.
how many does the military as a whole recruit per year? And then that'll give us the attrition rate.
that doesn't sound right to me, though, man. Like that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, but not every unit has a squad.
As of March 2025, the U.S. military has approximately 1.31 million active duty service members.
Okay, 1.3.
And then what was the second one?
How many does the military recruit per year?
I know I'm seeing more and more people putting pictures up of people swearing in at MEPS and shit. And I'm like, dude, there was like 60 of us. There's like 5 in that fucking room. Like now, I'm like, God damn. Well, like
Yeah, we actually had to be in a formation.
I was in a
Like,
formation.
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
And
difference
then-
is we did it once a week. They do it once a day.
And then
True.
Yeah.
mine was different because I walked out to the formation and then I stepped out because then my dad came and swore me in.
Yeah.
But that was only because you could
Yeah,
do that. But
So in 2023, it was 200,000. 20
Yeah.
About
2024,
5%?
225,000.
Yep.
The-
So you get that chunk plus a little bit from the year prior and a little bit from the year prior makes up that 5.5% of 18 to 21-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yep. Because like everybody gets older.
Yeah.
You can only.
You're only going to be an 18 to 22 year old for that
Yeah.
many years. And,
Yep. But yeah, and it ultimately comes down to the enlistment numbers. You know, like that's why that percentage of age is so small in the armed forces because those are all the people that are new.
it's not small, it's thin.
Yeah, easy.
Well, and that's how many enlist. How many actually graduate basic is probably a different number,
Yeah, right.
right? So
We didn't have that many drops. It wasn't like crazy. I think people think that like there's this huge like
yeah, it's not bud.
thing because you make
Yeah.
it through fucking basic. And it's
Yeah.
like,
But
I think we
but-
lost 2.
Yeah,
I
but
think I lost like
now-
10.
I think I
No,
lost
hold
2 in
on.
my platoon.
how many
The
people,
company I'm sure was
how
bigger,
many
but
people got lost? Like so at Fort Benning for infantry basic, we had a thing called 30th AG.
yeah,
And so you spent about 2 weeks there. Then they give you your uniforms, your name tapes, and your fucking TA-50,
mine was 3 days long.
all that bullshit. And then they
In
send
doc.
you. Yeah,
but
Yeah.
that's where we lost.
how
the
many
majority.
people
Ooh.
didn't finish that? That's
See,
where the majority of people lose.
That
because that's all the
Receiving
medical
bullshit.
yeah,
bullshit.
that's one of
all
those
the
ones where
fucking-
they move you around so much that I wasn't.
You have
tracking
no
as much.
idea.
So I didn't know who
Yeah.
I
anybody
always
was.
liked it like 2 days after the piss test. You'd just be like, where'd that guy go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's also where they
Why
were,
are there 3 guys
Well,
with no
there's-
shoestrings wearing fucking
Yeah.
Rogart vest.
Bogart vests?
or the guys that go to meds and
Oh
do all
yeah,
that kind of stuff.
or you
And
got to
it's
do
like-
that mile run in 9 minutes,
Yes.
right?
Just, I don't know.
And then they fucking okay, everybody stop. You guys over there. 'Cause
I'm
they didn't
stru-
cross the fucking finish
I'm
line.
struggling with these numbers, man.
I do know there was guys that didn't make it because we literally
What?
But look at every
we get on the
other-
bus to go to NDOC. You get off the bus, and we immediately did a obstacle course.
Yeah.
And I know there were some other fuckers that I rode to there
Weren't in the
on the
building
bus
after
that after there weren't in the formation before we got put into.
Yeah.
Because then the platoons were made where you just like as you were coming back off, they were just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1,
Right.
2, 3, and that's how you got like It's not formal. Like it's not like there's a roster already. There's,
Yeah.
Mikey, I'm going to help you understand. So look at the infantry and the combat arms, right?
Sure.
We have a lot of E2s, 3s, 4s.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other MOSs in the army though, or in the whole military, that it doesn't matter. You might be an E3 working for an E6, like one E3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
the different MOSs don't stack like combat arms do.
Well, in
That's true.
the PSYOP community,
And combat
you're
arms is a small percentage. So
in the PSYOP community, if you're
Well,
an E3 or below, we can't use you. You're
I mean,
useless. Like
it
you
could
serve no
be-
purpose.
It could be because of my unit. Like my main unit, the unit that I spent the majority of my time with in the Marine Corps was 3rd AA Battalion, right? 3rd
No.
Amphibious Assault Battalion. Now, 3rd Tracks is the largest fucking unit in the Marine Corps.
yeah.
We have the largest fucking unit. All right, it was the biggest fucking battalion in 1st Marine Division,
Right.
which in turn made it the biggest one in the unit,
Yeah.
right? And I think about and I just maybe that's why that's
There's-
fucking me up.
There's
because
some MOSs.
it would be like there's like one sergeant, there's 10 lance corporals.
yeah. But there's
You know
some
what I mean?
MOSs that
Or
you're
one corporal, 10 lance corporals, or
Look-
I'm thinking like rifle
Mikey, how many
platoon,
people are in the Marine Corps?
look at
167,000.
167,000 out of 1.31 million. people.
Maybe that's why my fucking
Yeah.
brain's
So
you're
skewed.
so skewed.
Maybe
Look-
that's
look-
why I'm skewed.
also
on
the
that.
Now,
Marine-
if the rest of the military would take on the cult mentality of the Corps, we wouldn't have that level of attrition.
Now,
He's trying.
The Marines are
Look-
also the only branch that has the largest amount of single-term enlistments
Yeah.
out of all the branches.
Yeah, we don't like sticking
Right?
around.
They don't get past E4.
Well, the term terminal lance
Yeah,
is a real
exactly.
thing.
Well, the
Mikey,
biggest thing
look-
with the
look
Corps too is you are so small,
Look
and that
at-
pyramid structure of your fucking
It
promotions,
actually is.
it
Look-
just pushes people.
Look at how many MOSs where the schools are so long. You're in E4 before you get out of the fucking school.
We
Like
we
the
want
whole medical field.
we don't have that.
Yeah, you're
No,
not.
yeah,
You're
We don't have medical in the Marines.
Yeah,
Oh,
because they have
You know what I
corps,
mean?
right?
We have
Called
corps.
Navy.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So
In
we
the
don't
Navy, it
deal
does
with
have-
that. And our longest schools are like shit like what he does, or like
But-
our comm guys have a year-long school.
Like,
Where-
like
where's
you know,
e- even
shit like that.
even aircraft maintainers.
But even in
you're
that,
coming out of
like,
that school as an E4.
Yeah.
see, so that doesn't happen in the Marines because we go off cutting score for corporal. That happened. We had one instance that I remember. We called it the Great Corporal Giveaway,
You were,
and it was when they
you got
split
out of school, right?
MOSs for comm
I was
guys
a-
from
and
like
a
techs
corporal.
Yeah.
to
They made me an
operators.
E4 corporal.
Like between techs and operators, they split that MOS, and the fucking cutting score that was normally around like these numbers won't mean anything to you guys, but it was like a 1600.
So we have
This one dropped to like 980,
so
and it was like so they just
All of
like,
our-
everybody's eligible, and they just gave them out to all
no,
these
no, we
comm
have it.
guys.
All of our MOSs have a point
So-
cutoff. And
Yeah.
so you have what's called below the line and above the line.
We
So
have time and grade and time and service.
That's
we have all of
That's
that
what it
too.
is. That's
So we have
what
TOG
E5.
and TOS.
That's
And
up to
then-
E4.
Up to E4, you can
See,
just get way.
we have that up to E3. E4, you have to at least
Nope.
be in this long.
But that's when you become-
Yeah, time and grade and time and service is our thing. So, and you can fudge
We
it a
we
little
start that
bit.
at E4 though. You
And then-
guys start that at E5.
E5.
Correct.
Well, that's
we
because
start our point system at E5.
at
Yeah.
E5
So
for
we
the
start,
board,
we start that at E4.
and you can get promoted.
But
That's
an
the
E4 in the Marines is a non-commissioned officer, right?
correct.
The
So
E5 is a
we have an
non-commissioned officer
optional
for the Army.
NCO position within
Yeah.
the Army.
Yeah, you guys are so weird because
So
it's like
you can
corporal
be a specialist
or
or a corporal.
yeah.
So like I was an
Same
E4 corporal.
Yeah.
And the reason being is that so I was a plank holder of my first PSYOP unit.
Yep.
I think I was roster position like fucking 19 or some shit. Like I was one of the first people to ever report to the
That's only because your name started with a B.
No, I was the ninth. I was the 19th person to join the unit.
Yeah.
So I was a plank member, and they put me in an E5 billet. So I got made a corporal
Yeah.
because I was supposed to be an acting sergeant for a
Right.
team, and it was literally right out of school.
Yeah.
I mean, I showed up, and they were like, "Here's your team,"
Yeah.
and I was like,
What?
"Okay."
Yeah.
No, I was older, so I had the advantage, but
But
they were doing it to fucking 19-year-olds.
But did you
Right.
have E3s in your team?
I had 2 E4s on my team. Yeah.
See, it's
But the PSYOP community,
Schools,
we
man.
can't use E3s.
I think you fucking made my beacon of common sense here. Made the fucking that's what I refer to John as now as my beacon of common sense. That actually made sense when you're like the Marine Corps is 167,000 strong.
Out of 1.31
It's like-
million.
That's why you're all fucked up. But it's like that tracks because
Yeah.
we go off fucking
'Cause you're-
Marine Corps rifles.
You're
team.
all of 7%
Yeah.
of the fighting force.
Yeah, like,
so
but, like
well, it's the
well,
same-
like we have like
it's the-
there's 3 squads in a rifle platoon, 13 guys per squad. corporal, or you got a guy as a sergeant and a staff sergeant up front and a gunny in the fucking, you know what I mean?
Same
And it's like,
that's still a rifle squad. Like that's
yeah, but like that's how all of our units operate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of them operate off that, which is why it's like there's a lot of Lance Corporals.
well. I mean,
Like,
most of the Army does. It's not until you get into the nonlinear stuff does that really break. I mean, it's still
Yeah, there's
you have first
organization
platoon and then
structure.
there's
Yeah.
fucking I mean, we
But
still have force
and
that
even with our
exists.
attrition rate, we're like we're the one that like those guys leave after 4 years. Well, after 4 years, we have a new group of those guys.
So, Mikey, I know
The
that you
age
lived
stays
this
the
life
same.
for a very long time in the Marine Corps.
Yeah.
But let me break it down to you from an outsider looking in.
'Kay.
Okay. They don't set the Marines up to keep people in it.
No, I know.
See, and this
The reason that they do that is because they don't have a budget to support it. So they only get X amount of money. So they can only have X amount of people in.
Yeah.
So they reserve this amount of money for the guys that actually know what the fuck's going on in the leadership and you know the upper levels of stuff. And then this amount of money just gets rotated every 4 years.
Yeah, basically.
Right. So that rotating part is what you're seeing and being like, fuck, there's a lot
Yeah,
because these people just hang out.
yeah.
but see, a lot of
You know,
Yeah.
going back
Yeah.
to this 21 thing too. I don't know if it worked for the military because I decided I need to get out of the military when I started thinking for myself. Like, hey,
No, that was always my problem.
what we're doing is stupid.
Because you joined
Right.
late.
now,
Which is why the Army
You joined when you could think.
needs 17, 18,
But-
19.
We
20.
need guys who
But-
can't think.
hold on,
I don't
hold
need
on.
an argument when I tell you to attack a hill
hold on.
because you have a degree.
Hold on. If we're changing the mindset of the people that are going in, do you think the mindset of the military would be changed?
Yes.
The trickle down effect.
Yeah,
So it won't have that same mindset of like, oh, you just have to do it just because you fucking somebody told you to do it. Right now, there might be like, hey, man, here's our mission. This is why we're doing it.
Yes.
So,
So there,
let's figure out the best way that we can get this.
I didn't learn.
there
were-
I didn't hear the term. The what's your why? Like give me the why.
Yeah.
Like why? I didn't hear that until well after
Okay.
I was retired.
Exactly.
Like there
So,
was never a fucking.
I think it was.
Well, what's the why?
I
None
think
of your
it-
fucking business is the why. Like, it was like fucking stay in your lane.
I think it was in World War II, and they put together like a company or a platoon of like everybody was 40 or older, right? Like old people, and this unit fucking slayed motherfuckers in World War II.
Oh, I bet.
I believe it.
Yeah,
But
like,
you can
Yeah.
Because they
look
weren't-
at all the tier 1 units.
yes,
You don't put anybody in a tier 1 unit
yeah.
under 21.
Well, dude, fuck.
Right.
I think it's even like
Even if they're in a pipeline from basic training when they join at 18, by the time they get boots on the ground in that fucking unit, they are over 21.
Yeah.
You know, there's
well, and
there's some logic behind
that's
it.
one of the things that I really respect about the Army's Q course. Actually, as a Marine, I really respect that. Is because the peering out of people.
Yeah.
You know, and I was so happy that MARSOC actually adapted that same fucking mentality and that same kind of like pipeline structure. You know what I mean? I was so excited about that. And it even happened to a friend of mine who's still in the military. He's a pilot. He's a fucking C-130 pilot now. He's a fucking major, which is baffling to me, you fucking dunce, because I remember he was a PFC. You were fucking dumb. Right? But still, it's like he went to MARSOC, made it all the way through the fucking school, all the way through everything, all the way through. And at the very end, they're like, you're not mature enough. Back to your unit.
Yeah.
And you can't be MARSOC. And it was just like, fuck.
And there's nothing you do.
There's nothing he could do. And he was just like, he was a reservist. He transferred to active duty and became a pilot. Went to school and became a pilot.
Yeah.
That's what he did.
But that was a mature thing to do.
That was a mature thing to do. It's like, if you would have had that fucking mentality, son, maybe your ass would be an operator, right?
They
You
let
know what I
you
mean?
know,
Like,
sure, but hey, you
I-
get a good career now.
I think if you get peered out of the Q course, though, you can go back.
Yeah.
It doesn't bar you from.
yeah.
No,
You still
you gotta
can,
go through it
but
again.
it's like
and
it's
that
like
peer out happens.
it's
at the
like
end.
come back when you're more mature is what it is.
Yeah.
And I wanted to speak something. I had a point for something that Jazz said a little while ago that was a good point. And he was talking about how these guys, all these kids are seeing all these influencers in active duty that have millions of followers and they're all fucking cool guys and blah, 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 all this shit. I watched a podcast with my buddy Nico, good old Nico Ortiz. And he was like, he was going through the counterintelligence school, right? And one of the operations they had to do is they had to go into a mall and actually try to like do like CI type of shit, right? And he walked in and somebody took a picture with him and they were like, "You're Nico Ortiz." And he's like, "Yeah." And they were like, "Yeah, can I get pictures?" And he clicked into Nico and he's like, "Yeah, sure, bro." Fucking and took the picture and shit. And his fucking leadership was like, "What the fuck is this?" And they're like, "Oh, he's on YouTube." He's on social media, and they're like, "What the you can't do this fucking job if everybody knows your face, retard." And it was like, "Oh shit, no shit." Like I'm putting everybody at risk
And that
because
should tell you all you need to know about
You know?
the average person
Yeah.
going into the military.
Well, you
Yeah.
know, like
You
look-
tried to be YouTube famous and went into counterintelligence where nobody's supposed to know who the
Yeah.
fuck you are.
Well, and to
Look
his
at-
credit, he was like, it clicked on me, and I was like, I can't fucking be here. I put everybody
Yeah.
at danger.
now
being-
break it. If you break
you
that down,
snapped to that before you showed up.
Didn't think of it. Wasn't a thing.
break it down to law enforcement, right? Say somebody's in law enforcement, not even in the military, and they want to go be an undercover guy. You literally have to wipe yourself off of the internet.
Yeah.
In today's day and age.
Yeah.
Right? It's not just like, oh yeah, like I'll just put on a wig and we'll be good to go.
Yeah, the
Like-
days of Donnie Brasco were gone.
No, none of this works anymore. AI is a fucking crazy powerful tool that can be used on both sides,
Yeah.
you know? And like,
Yeah, and if you think the bad guys aren't using it, you're fucking
Yeah.
wrong.
like your shit has to be scrubbed. And so, yeah, these influencers,
That was
They're-
way off. God,
they're
that was
not-
a bad one.
they're limiting themselves and what they can do.
Yeah.
You know, like obviously they're making money and they're going to be okay, but like, well, some of them.
Yeah,
But yeah.
yeah.
But no, social media, especially lately, is probably not a good place for active duty service members to be hanging around.
We used to
yeah.
go through all those OPSEC briefings and
Yep.
shit like that. And it used to be as simple as like, hey, stop putting your whole fucking 201 file in the back of your fucking truck.
Yeah.
It like, what,
Yeah.
stop putting where your kid goes to school on the back of your car. It like, what are you doing?
Loosely.
And now these guys are like,
sink ships, dog.
hey, by the way, this is what I do for the military. Here's all the behind the scenes. Now watch me do this cool dance. And it's like, what the fuck is
Now-
wrong with you?
Now watch
people?
this drive.
It like, yeah, and I
Yeah,
just-
it was, yeah, and but I think a lot of that comes because we've gotten rid of the warrior ethos, the warfighter mentality. You know, we've gotten into this.
Like there still is a thing called quiet professionals.
They gave them too much fucking rope, and they're hanging themselves.
But some of them are
They
being
got to
really
pull that
loud.
fucking rope back now.
Yeah.
You know, that's the problem. You know, and this is an ebb and flow with society in general, right? This happens all the fucking time. It goes back and forth, and you know, it sucks, but
The unit that Scott was talking about was the 77th Infantry Division. The U.S. Army created an experimental infantry division with an average age of 33 during World War II. Formed in 1942, the division included some recruits in their 50s and was nicknamed the Old Bastards. Pretty cool backstory. Go check it out.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
And they did really, really well.
what's their unit insignia?
I will
I'm
look
curious.
that up. It does have under the performance, despite the physical demands, the older soldiers performed well and even became mentors to young recruits in other units. So they still fucking kicked ass.
Fucking I, dude.
Also, when we were
I'd be
talking
in
about
an old man unit.
But imagine
I'd go into an old man.
imagine if like we could pick like a platoon of who we wanted to go to combat with, how we would be so much better today. I think
I mean, I will say,
we're just smarter. I think. I mean, we're technology behind a little bit on what is out there, right? We have to learn some shit, but we would thinking outside of the box.
I kind of
Like-
got to do that when I became a contractor.
Yeah.
So
I kind of got to
you're-
pick my guys,
You're describing
and that was interesting.
tier 2 and tier 1 units.
I am.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what they are.
Yeah.
Right? You meet a standard, and after that,
Yeah.
you don't get to pick who's on your team,
Right.
but everybody on your team,
was
you're
gonna
going
say-
to want to go to war with.
But you
gonna say,
also get
that's-
to pick who doesn't get to stay.
That's kind of Ranger Bat, right?
no, it's literally the small team stuff.
New radio,
Yeah.
maybe.
But
Peer
like-
review becomes a thing.
but even
Well, as we were talking about while you were in the bathroom, one of the biggest things that I'm so proud of the Marine Corps from adapting from the Army is the Q course's pipeline structure.
Yep.
And how peer review became such a important part of that, because it really is, hey man, if I need to go to fucking combat, I need to know that you and you and you are the exact guys that I want with me
Yeah.
on my team. And if I'm not right about this guy,
Yeah.
I can't have that,
Yep.
you know, because it puts you at risk, you at risk, you at risk. And I'm not having that shit.
Right. Just what were you going to say?
well, like what Scott was saying, like he's not the most up to date on technology. The cool thing about the tier 1 guys is they just have a guy that his job is
Yeah.
to be like, what fucking tech can we use? And everybody just goes, fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
the
Train
cool
us.
part.
Train us real
Also,
quick. Give us a
we
tip
were
off.
talking about recruit numbers. What do y'all think the average attrition rate is for Navy, Army, and Marine Corps basic training attrition?
The average?
Average percentage.
Of how many fall out?
No, I
Yeah.
said 20%.
45%.
Oh, I would say fucking 10.
10.
10 or
Pro- 10, maybe 15.
45.
11 to 14%.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think it is for the Air Force?
Fucking 2.
2.
7 to 8%.
Yeah.
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 It's not much to
I was gonna say,
drop
like,
out for.
when my boot camp platoon started, we had 89. There was 89 when I started. We graduated 60.
Oh, wow.
We had a pretty good attrition rate, but I don't know, man. I don't know if I think
Are
I
people
gotta.
allowed to quit in the Marines?
Yeah,
Like basic?
yeah. You can refuse to train. You fuck off.
You can quit. Anybody can quit.
Yeah, you can quit. They don't tell you you can, but yeah, you sure you
Okay.
can. Yeah.
But
I
mine,
didn't know if they
mine told
like,
me all the
pushed-
time.
I don't think we knew it was an option.
No,
No, mine did.
I know.
Mine
yeah.
did
Back.
constantly.
You know what's funny?
They were always like, if this is too fucking much for you, bring your rifle and your dog tags to the office.
Yeah.
We'll let you go home.
We had a kid named Recruit Broom, actually, and Broom definitely got fucking booted. Broom joined to play the bugle. He was not ready to be in the Marines. Right? He was a sweet soul. He was a sweet guy. He was a very nice kid.
That recruiter is a fucking
His recruiter is a
asshole.
fucking cunt.
No,
100%.
You know what band members get fucking paid to
No,
be?
yeah, it's stupid.
No, fuck. That is a good career path if
But-
you're a bugle.
In the Army.
This-
In the Army, yeah.
But imagine being that Marine recruiter that's like,
he's not in the
You wanna-
president's own.
you want
He's
to play the bugle?
yeah.
Oh no,
I
I've known
got you.
people.
Come here.
I knew people that
and-
joined and they joined for the Army band.
And Broom got fucked.
And actually, we had a guy at our basic training that had joined, and we found out that he was a tuba player. And as soon as the fucking drill sergeants figured out that he was there just to join the Army band, they were like, "All right, just stand in the back."
Yeah.
It was, and it was just like, "We're gonna make sure you get through here," but
Yeah.
Oh
eh.
no! Once my hats found out that Broom was a fucking in the band, they were like, "We're gonna break him." Like they
But see,
destroyed that poor
and
kid.
that's
man.
actually that's one of the problems with our indoc is that we should be building people.
Yeah.
Yes. Not
Yes,
a badge person.
we need to break down the individual mentality, but we should be building people. The pride that some of these NCOs have in how big of a dick they can be,
And
you're not
It's
making
not
a
that.
stronger force.
That
It wasn't that. It
and
was
that
a
is-
standard.
that
This
is-
kid could not meet the standard, and
But-
they held the standard.
I'm
and
not
I
talking. I'm not talking
appreciate
about. I'm
that.
not talking
What-
about basic.
what
training.
you're
I'm
talking
talking
about-
about in the service.
what you're talking about though is that's that maturity level,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
If you
Those
are
are immature leaders.
immature leaders.
Well, that's shitty leader is shitty leader.
Yep.
Like bad leadership fucking sucks.
and we had old immature shitty leaders.
Yep.
Age,
Sure.
age had
Because,
nothing to do with
and it's
that.
because
Oh
they
yeah,
have-
yeah. Age is a number, and it don't mean fuck all.
And I
yeah.
think it comes back down to the why I think a 21-year age restriction should be in place, because they knew nothing besides high school
Yeah.
and the military.
Yeah.
And
Let's face
the
it.
military leadership schools aren't the fucking greatest.
And a lot of the guys that are going to come straight out of high school and want to join the military, not are out of options, but the guys that are like,
yeah.
I want to join the military straight out of high school.
the high school football team.
If you look
shit.
at what the kind of guy they were in high school, these probably weren't fucking
Yeah.
academic stars, right? Like this is a lot of the guys that were like, yeah, but my
You know,
girlfriend was hot as shit. And if I hadn't hurt my knee in that third
Sometimes
round,
they
we'd
are,
have
though.
won state. You're
sometimes
like,
they are though.
You're describing me, and I can concur.
but
Scott,
but
Scott,
sometimes I was valedictorian.
Scott, you look back at the shitty leaders that we had,
Yeah.
and now we didn't know them when they were privates,
Right.
but we could imagine.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
yeah.
didn't improve much by the time they got E6.
the amount
a
of
leadership
private,
position.
the amount of privates I met that were wearing stripes was
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The dumbest Marine I ever met was this dude. He was actually Flea's boss for a while.
I got to meet one of the guys Mikey served with this past weekend.
Yeah.
And solid fucking dude.
real fucking great dude, man.
Like now, mind you, we've never heard any stories about him. So
yeah, yeah, you have
yeah.
100%. He's been privy to some of the stories you guys have heard.
Okay.
100%. Yeah, a lot of the Okinawa stories. Flea was
Oh, yeah,
there
yeah,
with
yeah.
me. It's but he had this guy named Harris.
does he
who
have a katana?
wasn't
He fucking knows Weber. Yes.
Yeah, Flea knows,
I
Flea knows Weber.
got firsthand verification that Weber is a
Weber's
real
real?
human. He is a real person.
Yep, Flea
They are
knew.
not bullshit
He saw,
stories.
he saw the he brought up the fucking ninja outfit and shit. Yeah.
I don't even know how we're sitting on the patio and the conversation was going, and I was like half paying attention.
Flea said something about it.
He said something, and then Mikey goes, "Hey, do you know where Weber's at?" And he's like, "With the sword?" And I was like,
He goes,
"Oh my God."
You mean the broadsword guy? I was like, yep.
I was like, "Son of a bitch!"
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Every time we bring up Weber, all I can imagine is the movie poster for fucking Chris Farley as the White Ninja.
It's so similar. He's just way less fatter. He wasn't a fat kid. He wasn't fat.
He is in my world.
He wasn't in shape. He was shapes. He was shapes. He was shapes, but he wasn't in shape.
He was a non-Euclidean human.
Yeah, he's kind of amoeba-esque. Like, little
That
param-
gave me the warm and fuzzies. when
Yeah.
yeah. I was like, okay,
Yeah, dude.
I love
Boys. So I was Googling military band pay because y'all brought it up and I never looked
It's
into
a
it.
hell of a kicker.
Oh, yeah.
So after you complete basic training and arrive at the United States Air Force Band, you are awarded the rank of Technical Sergeant E6.
Yep.
And you will earn $2,546 per month.
Yeah.
So you
Extra,
finish.
right?
Nope, that's just in basic military pay. It increases just like everything else. If you're off base, have kids, married.
Yeah.
But the fact that you graduate boot camp and they're like,
And you just
all right,
become an
E6.
E6.
Yeah, that's fucking insane.
Yep.
Well, imagine you're watching one of the military bands. I have a question. Right? And there's like some E2 with like one stripe. It's like burr, 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 burr. You know what I mean? Like
Justin,
Yo.
I'm going to ask you to do something real quick.
Oh god.
All right. I'm going to ask you don't keep your camera off.
Yeah.
Don't flip it onto you.
Yeah.
But Logan, would you do me a favor?
Awesome.
that's awesome.
Or Austin, I'm sorry. Fuck yeah. Austin, would you please just speak into that mic real quick? I'm going to ask you a question. Can you tell us what the fuck 6 and 7 is all about?
It's
Into the mic.
it's the de-evolution of the human mind.
I fucking appreciate that answer
I mean,
so much.
That's a great answer from a kid your age.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I'm proud of
don't
you.
think it's rampant. I think most people think it's stupid.
He doesn't even know what it
Well,
means.
no, it's from some like random fucking kid.
Oh, it's just a fucking
It's like a meme.
slang word.
No, it's
I'm
some sort of
Googling it.
brain rot meme thing
Yeah.
that's happened that's now just run everywhere.
Okay.
And it makes me
So it
weep
makes-
for humanity.
Okay. So I'm not fucked up, not understanding.
At the
it
same
then.
time,
All
right, like I don't get it. And I think some of this is, what was it, 3 episodes ago when we went on the rant about how we've gotten just old,
Yeah.
yeah.
right? And at the same time, I look back on it and be like, I don't understand what the fuck these kids are doing. And then I sit down and I did think about it.
The
And I was
amount
like,
of folks that are like,
I was like, you know,
I fucking feel this real.
I used to also buy clothes from a store called Gadzooks. It like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like it's one of those like I want to fucking, and then I'm like, what?
Yeah.
We were just as dumb.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like this is
Well, do you remember like when like people like I remember in like the early 90s, if you said dude, like
It was still
older
slang,
people,
right?
people would be like, don't fucking that's disrespectful to say dude.
My
Dude.
dad still gets pissed off when I call him dude.
Yeah,
In all
dude is
fairness-
not disrespectful now.
No.
Like,
everybody
all.
at this table also used to understand Pauly Shore.
That's true. And
Yeah.
he kind of invented weird slang. An argument can be made.
Yeah.
So
Like, we're
Who's
gonna
the
go-
juice cruster Coolidge?
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's go
like-
munch on some grindage.
Yeah.
It's like, what the? And
Yeah.
we all knew what he was talking about.
Yeah.
And now if you played that clip for somebody, they just go like,
What?
what the fuck?
Yeah.
But then
I
again,
saw
talking
something
about-
about that the other
You
day where
played
people were like,
Today's slang, we'd say the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, it's, yes, is it dumb? Sure. But
you're trying to,
Yeah.
So-
if I was to go back in time and start
I
talking
used to have
about
a-
Riz.
I used to have a Jinko
Like,
collection
nobody
too.
would get
So
that.
it's kind of a,
So 6'7" is a recent internet slang term originating from the song "Doot Doot 6'7" by Skrilla. I'm reading verbatim here, boys.
what in the ass?
That has no literal meaning but function as a form of brain rot internet humor.
So it is brain rot.
So it can be "How are you?" or a general expression of amusement similar to how LOL or YOLO were used in previous generations.
Because there is an old English
But those-
term called
those
she's
stood
all
for
sixes
something.
and sevens. If
Like
you're like,
LOL,
oh,
which means
stood for
crazy.
laugh
which
out
means
loud.
crazy. Yeah. because that's true. Like that, and that's what I thought. Maybe they're like, oh, they're just saying they're bringing something back, right?
Yeah.
Like because it's like, oh, dude, that bitch is 6s.
No, because
seven.
there's a hand motion and shit.
and that
there,
mean,
too.
that was
Is
the
it?
thing that meant like
it's
they're
it's
crazy.
this and 6, 7, and I pay attention to this stuff because I like human behavior, and so this is one of those things where I'm
I
like,
don't because I don't.
You also need to be into the know with your customer base, because
my customer base is not that young.
but they
Most
will,
of my customer base is my age.
but they will grow into that. All right, like I mean,
20
like
years.
as a retailer, I'm saying as a retailer,
If I'm still a fucking retailer by the time these fucking retards can afford what I sell, I'm doing it fucking wrong.
Yeah,
that's
It's
true.
like-
That's true.
Jazz's demographics is like probably. I'm guessing here. You're probably looking like 28 to I would say 60.
yeah.
yeah,
Do you know why?
Predominantly male.
What I sell is expensive.
Exactly.
And they've got to have a fucking job to do it.
It's
Yeah.
not fucking cheap.
The
And
only
it
time
takes
I ever
time.
see his generation, the younger ones that come in, is they come in and they look at it and they be like, yeah, I'm saving up.
It's
and
not-
hopefully I'll be able to do it.
I,
And it's like,
I feel like it's not so much that it's expensive; it is time consuming.
it's time consuming. It also takes, honestly, it takes a lot of discipline
Exactly.
and time management
Yep.
to do what I do. And it scares a lot of the younger generation off.
pretty soon.
Huh?
This has gone on for a long time,
Yeah.
Shit.
and I gotta fucking leave in 35 minutes.
Okay.
Hey, thanks everybody. Great episode, boys.
I am still looking for a wrestling intro.
Yeah. Hey,
So I want to know, is somebody writing those for the new wrestlers? Because if there is,
Ooh.
and somebody happens to know one,
Ooh,
or
ooh.
what?
If
call to
you
action.
have some time on your hands, write the boys wrestling promos.
I love.
If there's a voice you want to hear, include
I-
that. If
I
it's
am
good
not-
enough, I might be able to get them to read it.
I'm not gonna read it if it's just all like, dude,
No,
look
no,
how
no.
small my dick is. Like, but if you write me an honest to God like
Yeah.
WWE promo and
Yeah.
you wrote something that's fucking ridiculous
Yeah.
and
Like-
keeps up,
the four of us are about to go overtake WWE.
I'm gonna go ahead.
What are
and-
we gonna say when we enter the ring?
I'm gonna go ahead and just fucking stop you now. The sock shoe thing's played out. It's not funny anymore. That's
still
dumb.
That's what I'm-
So if
No,
that's on
don't-
there,
no.
you're dumb.
Don't
Let's
don't
hear
hit
it.
the low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
I
Give
will
them like
flat
a
out
real
say
wrestling
I'm
promo.
gonna
fucking try.
it's got to be an
Right? Like,
actual
yeah.
wrestling promo. I am
Banana
not.
shit and shit like that. It's like,
I am
You're
going
just giving
to.
them ideas. Like,
I'm going to veto anything that is just you trying to make some sort of. All wrestling promos are supposed to be them going out to be the threat in the ring,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So like the one I just said, which by the way was a real promo for the LOD.
Yeah.
Something like that. If y'all have an idea for that kind of thing, I'll fucking make a character and everything for the intro. But if it's gonna come out and be like, well, I'm the littlest one here, fuck off.
Yeah,
Like
dude, don't be cunts.
let's make
Have fun with
something. Let's make something awesome.
Yeah.
Or
why-
don't waste
you
your
guys
fucking
are
time.
still worried.
Well, it's
Do what you want. I don't give a fuck.
Well, it's similar to like I would love it if they would take it serious. Like, do you remember when Burt Kreischer and Tom Segura was like, "Hey, we need theme music,"
Oh yeah.
and
yeah.
they fucking put it out to their fans, and the
Yeah.
Burt and Tom.
Oh, I'm sure
Tom
they
and
got.
Burt. You know,
I'm sure
like,
they got plenty of bullshit too. They did what we're gonna do, and
Yeah.
we're just not gonna read it.
I'll just filter it out.
Like, it's
yeah,
like,
we're
I'm
just gonna.
ignored.
No,
See,
I'll read it to myself, and
I
then
have-
I'm gonna publicly ridicule.
I
it.
have full faith in our listeners for whatever they're gonna write about me.
the beacon
I'm
of
just
common sense.
I'm
No,
just saying,
I mean, I feel like
actually make something cool. Because if you make something
Yeah.
cool, I will literally make
Yeah, I'll
it for it.
co-sign.
I'm not going to come on here anymore and go like, hey, welcome to the Freedom Friends. It's just going to be that fucking promo stuff.
Yeah.
It like, we can pre-record it. It could literally just come on and instead of Mikey going like, that's Jazz, that's John, that's Scott, and I'm Mikey or whatever, we'll just run the fucking wrestling promos.
I would much rather have a cool wrestling promo, dude. Yeah,
Look at this offhand left. Yep, fucking.
dude, you
Way
can't
to
teach
go,
that.
baby. That
You
was
can't teach
fucking-
that. That's fucking skill.
That was a
level.
man that
See?
has poured a drink.
now,
at
if somebody
many a
under
party.
21 was trying to do that, it wouldn't
wouldn't
have.
Nope.
Oh,
that's the old man.
speaking
unit
of drink-
shit. That's-
Speaking of drinks,
Is that our
Uh,
tag team name?
we reviewed our most expensive drink on the One Sip Synopsis.
Ooh,
we did.
18 definitely took the title on that one.
Yeah.
So if you want to hear the review of that drink, go hit Patreon, sign up. You
Yep.
can buy our love. That's how you do it.
Yes.
You subscribe
Yes.
to our Patreon. We give you whiskey reviews.
Also, last week we had the talented Jason Vest on the show, and if you
Yeah.
enjoyed that episode, you wanted to see his exclusive Patreon
And I somehow
content.
missed him again.
Yeah, I know,
right?
Yeah, it was really weird.
You were
Um,
gonna be here up until like 2 hours before.
You got stuck in Austin.
Austin. Fuck, I hate Austin.
And he drove from Austin.
God damn it. He probably understood when you were like, Dad's supposed to be here, but he's stuck in Austin. He's always like, yeah, that
Yeah.
tracks.
Well, he's Pflugerville, so he could take the toll road.
See, I was in Leander, which is on the other side of Austin from the goddamn toll road. So I
Yeah.
couldn't even use the toll road.
Yeah, you got to go back roads.
Oh, God, it was awful.
But yeah, if you want to hear that specific story that he told for our Patreon supporters, you got to pay for it, dog. That's
Mhm.
Patreon exclusive content. So
It's
there you go.
gross. It's gross.
But it's so
But
good.
it's
But
hilarious.
it's so good. But anyways, like, share, subscribe, guys. Smash those buttons. Do those things. Tell your mom, tell your friends, all that shit. Boys, I'm going to raise my glass or my can now. Cheers, cheers. 3 little things. They're pretty easy to do. They're not hard at all. Jazz?
Smoke on.
Oh, man. Scotty, give me the next one.
Drink on.
God damn.
Give me kids. Let me hear you say it from down below.
Reach down into your cockles and grab it with the freedom the fuck on. Fuck off.